Hello, and welcome everybody to one of the most highly anticipated matches of the Season 20 tournament, the semifinals match between Strength Power DX and Spork, one of the biggest rivalries in all of Arcanists, and now these two are facing off in the semifinals. Joining me is Coevo, Harpocrates, Javi, and 1V. All four of them will be doing comms today, and guys, what do you think of this matchup?
Honestly, bro, I think Spork is going to dominate. I saw DX panicking on the boat trying to practice. He was practicing his jumps, practicing his mega boulders. Every single one looked nervous. I think Spork's got this.
I think Spork's going to win too. I saw him thrashing DX the other day, like 4-0, so my money's on.
Well,
all right. Well, guess I gotta go.
Nah, DX definitely gonna keep it competitive for sure.
Yeah, guess I gotta go with DX.
I just don't think DX is a low times player. You know, he's more of like a 10R type of guy. So I'm curious to see how he's gonna do in low times.
That's fair. Yeah. I have some tournament history to give you guys context. Some of the viewers who maybe haven't seen some of the past tournaments. So DX has won in Season 14 against Spork. That was 20 seconds Elven Isles, or the Comet map. And then in Season 16, that was the 10 Graveyard match, and DX won against Spork. And then in Season 18, that was a 10 seconds Alien World match, which DX also won against Spork. So history, may not be on Spork's side here, but I do think he's got some really precise movements and experience.
yeah, for sure. One thing to note is that DX is currently our reigning low times champion. He has won the Season 18 Alien World Tournament, which was the previous low times tournament. So he has shown that he's capable of winning entire tournaments for sure. The question is, can he repeat?
Do we count that Alien World Tournament, though? That was just Phantom dominated.
I suppose you could say that, yeah.
Well, there's Phantom in this tournament, too, so not much of a difference.
Yeah, and guess who's using it? Mr. Strength Power DX, baby. Let's see it again. I wonder if he's going to run that flightless mix that he dominated me with and has kind of just cut through the whole field with, like a knife through butter.
That's the only book I've seen him use this tournament.
So he's actually used Wormhole DK In the early
Oh, yeah.
rounds, he played against Eon, who was a formidable foe, especially for a new player. Took him to like almost turn 60. Won with 2 health, actually, in that game, which was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was quite the qualifier matchup. And I suppose well, we're speaking of books that DX has run. What do you guys think Spork will run against DX? What do you think he has prepared for him?
Well, it seems like some of the past games, Sport Kids ran Whisper Bomb. He's ran the new Verdant Javelin spell, and he would throw the javelin, and then he would go to pick it up, and then afterwards it'll do more damage. He might also bring Blood Bank with Flight, possibly maybe Portal. We'll have to see.
We might see Portal out of him, I think. It's a bit dicey to run Flight against DX's book. I know because I faced him with it, and it's tricky because he's really able to pressure you with the Phantoms, and also just water ball the map a couple of times to get progress to you. Pressure with swarms. He's great with micro movement with minions. Micro means like minion movement, and in low times that's hard, but not for DX, seemingly. So we haven't seen Spork run Flightless. Maybe that's something that he considers. Double tower is a decent shot for Spork to try.
Yeah, for sure. So I believe we are actually going to get a bit of a press conference going on here where
Okay.
we'll try and keep it pretty short because I'm sure all of you viewers would like entertainment, but these two, being fierce rivals and all, we'll give them a little bit of a platform to have a few choice words of each other, I suppose. So I believe Spork agreed to a pre-match interview or press conference, I suppose you could say, but I haven't gotten any word from DX on that, I don't believe. So we'll see if it happens. If not, then I will just host the game and we'll get right into it.
Yeah, it looks like one of them may be away from their keyboard, but not 100% sure on that.
We should start the lobby at least as soon as one of them gets back.
Yeah, in the meantime, I suppose another thing we could ask, what you guys think. Well, I know you guys sort of broadly gave predictions, but how do you see this series going? Who do you think will win? Who are you guys' choices? Coeval?
So,
Oh, I'll go
I-
Coeval
I-
first.
okay.
Coeval first. All right. I'm gonna go with DX. Why? I think I don't know. I faced DX, and it seems like he's only ran one book, but really he has the ability to be really versatile and kind of make adjustments on the fly. So I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit of a toss-up. Honestly, it's like 50-50, but if I had to pick someone right now, basically purely on my past experience of just getting destroyed, I'm going to go with DX.
What about you, Harpo? Who do you got winning?
Yeah, so I think there's a little bit of a mental game here. If Spork loses the first game, then his confidence is going to be a little bit shook, knowing him. And then
For
the rest
sure.
of his game might be a bit weaker. So DX definitely wants to pull out a win the first game. If Spork can get a win the first game, then I think it'll be a little more even. I think that Spork does have the skills to perform at a very high level. He's always like the number 3 tens player, like behind Goal and DX. I think this might be his chance to reclaim the throne, only if he like keeps his confidence, his composure in beating DX.
What about you, Calais? Who do you got? You said Spork earlier as well?
I said Spork because I was looking at DX practicing before the game started, and his jumps were looking nervous. But I don't know, bro. You know, DX likes to play mental games, so those are probably all shaky jumps to get in my head. I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep it even. I want Spork to win because I feel like I thought he was the underdog. Let me say I thought Spork was the underdog. But a couple people told me that Spork is actually nastier when it comes to low time. So I don't even
Yeah.
know, to be honest, with this one. I'm gonna lock in Spork because I still think he's the underdog, and I still think DX might take it. But I always want to see the upset happen, so I'm
What about-
riding with Spork.
And 1v, what about you?
Pretty much in the same boat as Cal. I think Spork is the underdog, but I'd rather him win than DX. I don't want to see DX get the 4P.
DX is one enough. Good point.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right.
Let me just,
Um,
let me just
We're gonna hear
clarify.
that, so we'll never get a break from that. So I definitely want Spork to upset that.
Oh, I've gotten word that both of them are joining us for the pregame. So
All right.
here we are.
Welcome,
What's
welcome.
up?
Welcome, DX and Spork. How are you guys? How are you all feeling?
Oh, hang on. I'm getting some feedback from the Twitch chat or Twitch video. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling zen.
What about
You
you,
sound
DX?
zen.
How you feeling coming into this?
I'm feeling alright.
I can tell
What
we
did
have
you
a
guys
lot of
have for
energy.
breakfast? No,
Do
yeah,
you
I
have
gotta
any-
see who had the better breakfast. Whoever had the better breakfast might have the better game one advantage. What did you have today, bro?
I didn't.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I didn't eat breakfast. I just ate. I ate a small lunch of 2 tuna cans and a protein shake.
Tuna
I don't know,
can.
bro. You might be.
Hell no.
You might have to try really hard, depending on
He's
what
not
DX ate here.
Not ready for a tournament. Bro ate canned tuna.
Did you catch your own tuna, Spork? Did you catch it yourself?
I wish. I wish.
Better day. He's running off of canned tuna is crazy.
You got your excuse ready if you lose, Spork.
Oh
Man, those
yeah.
canned tunas.
No. Only that's a DX excuse right there. No.
Oh,
Broke your
fighting
arm. Didn't eat a good breakfast. About to have sex. Whatever. That's all.
Yeah.
That's DX's vibe. You know.
No one's had sex today, right?
Yeah, I would hope that DX hasn't had sex twice today before this game. If for
Just-
some of you may
once
not know
this
that
morning.
joke. Just one. Oh, okay. Ooh,
Once
that's,
this morning.
that's a
and
bit
steak and
worrisome.
eggs- Steak and eggs for breakfast.
Okay.
But I feel fine.
dang.
You
Oh
have
no,
any-
you're finished, Spork.
Any green juice? DX?
No green juice, just water.
Alright, at least stay hydrated.
You know, I have my caffeine kick. I had coffee a few hours ago. So
I'm not gonna
feeling
lie,
good.
bro. Spork does sound mad relaxed. He might win this.
I don't know, bro. That canned tuna and coffee might be making some kind of crazy mixture inside of him right now.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about you two's history with each other. I'm sure is Fork already laughing. Well,
I'm just reading the chat. Never mind. Go ahead.
yeah, Weevil, you might want to repeat what you said earlier about this matchup.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sure. There's some context. So I looked up some of the tournament history. So season 14, 20 seconds Elven Isles, DX victory. Season 16, 10 Graveyard, DX victory. Season 18, 10 seconds Alien World, DX victory. How you feeling about that, Spork?
Well, DX technically didn't play me in a knockout round in the Alien World tournament. You know, we all know this. But I think of those games, there's only one that's actually tens in a proper knockout game. And so I do think he has, of course he has an advantage still in that sense. I have not pulled any wins like that on him in a tournament. But it'll be interesting to see what happens when DX falters today and he can no longer claim that record.
No, sounds like you're feeling confident in spite of the record. Nice.
DX, how do you feel about that record coming into this? You feel confident as well?
I don't really care. I think at the end of the day, if I just play my best game, I'll win. And if I make mistakes, I'll lose. I don't really care what he does or what books he takes or how he plays. My mentality is I just have to play my best game, and that's what it's going to come down to if I make mistakes or not. So he's a strong opponent, but at the end of the day, it's just if I'm in the right mental to take him on. So that's all it comes down to.
For
You seem
sure,
kind
for
of low
sure.
energy right now, DX.
Yeah, what's good with
Are
you
you sure you're in
guys?
the right mind state to be winning?
I think you gotta be a champion before you become a champion. And for me, the mentality is I don't like to be too jolly before my game. And this is the same before I played you, Koyeval, Harpo, 1v. I take you guys all the same. I don't disrespect any opponent. There's aspects of all your gameplays that you're better than me at. Koyeval, you're a better flasher than me. Or your micro is better than mine, and some flight mixes. But at the end of the day, I just gotta play my best game. That's what it's gonna come down to.
All right, sounds good. I would say if you guys have any specific questions for either of the either Spork or DX, or unless you two want to jump out of the interview and just let the gameplay do the talking, it's up to you guys.
I have a question. I have a
Okay.
quick question. DX, what do you predict the score outcome to be?
I haven't drawn any games yet, right? So I don't really play for that. So I think it'll be probably a 2-0 or a 0-2
Okay, I see.
in either direction. But yeah, I think it just comes down to the margin of error is low. Like whoever makes the most mistakes loses. I think that's really all it comes down to at this point.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to see any draws tonight.
I hope
You
so.
too, really. So you think this is also? Do you think this series will go the full 3 games, or will it be 2-0 or 0-2 Spork?
Whether it goes 3 or 2 games, there will be no draws. But I think if we had a midway interview after the first game, I could make much better judgment. But I think the people don't want to see another interview between the games.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think we'll be doing
Yeah.
that. We'll be doing a little bit of panel analysis between the games, but nothing, no interviews.
We'll bring you in mid-game, turn 5.
That'd be a bit crazy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But anyways, it sounds like you two don't have many choice words for each other, at least. It sounds like you two want your gameplay to do the talking. Would that be a accurate assessment?
Yeah. I'd say so.
All right. Well, in that case, we'll get the series started right away then. And yeah, good luck to both of you in this series.
Let's go.
This is gonna be a real nail biter for sure.
Good luck to both of you guys.
Good luck, good luck.
All right.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Thank you.
Bro, 2 cans of tuna, Spork is done.
He's
Wrap
old.
it up. He's finished, bro.
He beat himself. you don't go into a championship off 2 cans of tuna. Like
Nah.
this is it's
Nah, he's
written in
finished.
a rule book somewhere. I don't know what
Well, you
rule
don't
book,
want to eat too much. Like you don't want to eat too much, but it's like you need some protein for your brain to operate, and that's what Spork did. I think his food choice was perfect.
it's like majority of preservatives in a can of tuna. You don't gotta refrigerate that shit, bro. You just put it in the cupboard for years and it's good. That can't be healthy to eat. But we'll see. Maybe Spark will prove me wrong. He's
Yo,
like
is
a
it
PS
just me or is 1v mad low?
Am I?
Maybe it's just me. Let me see.
You
I
guys-
think it is not just you. I'll turn 1v up a little bit on the stream as well.
Damn. Played me.
Good catch.
But what do you guys think? Flightless for DX or flight?
Where I think
Taking pointless. What he's been sticking to.
I think DX is probably like best flightless. He even admits himself he doesn't have a lot of experience as compared to Spork with bringing flight.
Yeah,
I think
and Spork might be able to squeak out a draw even with the flight book against DX's book. It is possible. So like I faced Gaul with DX's book and drew a game. It just comes down to I think what DX said. The more mistakes that the other person makes when you're at this high of a level, just kind of depends on the day and the amount of mistakes that you make. The more mistakes one person makes, the worse off they're going to end up being.
I do think that we'll be seeing flight for all the games from Spork, and I think that is a good decision by him if he does that because he definitely is the better flight player. He could really showcase his micro abilities when he brings flight.
Yeah, definitely he would have Swarm. When I brought Flight versus DX, I made a couple blunders book building wise, and I had like Water Ball and Pine Cone, when really I should just bring Clock, because then as a Flight user, you want to try to pressure DX early. I Portal early on the side to pressure, and then when I get to turn 4 for Clock and Mega, you want to get those rolling. I didn't really use Water Ball at all, so we'll see if,
Maybe you could even teleport to his side if you get a
Right.
second turn. And you
Yeah.
kind of close the gap that way. You don't have to portal, so the portal doesn't get blocked by or a forest seed. And then, okay, he's right in front of me. If I just do a blood bank out in the open, now I can be attacked directly with a mud, maybe a forest seed. Who knows? So applying that pressure early with a teleport is pretty essential because you don't want him to build out his phantoms. You want him to set up his bank. You don't want him to set up his prot shields.
Alright, I got word that these two are going to begin right away. Right before we begin, just a shout out to our commentators for today. Coeval, Harp. Oh, looks like our bot didn't appreciate the links that I gave it, but yeah, I will fix that right away. But shout out to our commentators for today: Coeval, Harp, 1v, and Javi, and I'll let you guys do your thing as these two
Here
have
we
just
go,
started.
man. You can already see this guy trying to warm up his fingers, doing those fucking back and forth movements.
Hey,
Yeah, immediately. Right. Yeah, what is that?
He's gotten really good at it. Damn, 18 spectators. That's crazy.
Nah, he is mad nice with it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
He's
everyone
got
get on
plenty
the boat. Get on the boat if you're
20
watching.
spectators. This is so it looks like he's gonna bring flightless. Okay. So yeah, I'm sure he has water ball as well. Ridiculous.
Definitely a cryo style book. But honestly,
Yeah.
this could draw. They say no draws, but you know, Double Tower versus DX's flightless book, assuming that it's the same, you know, that could draw for sure.
Okay, so he auras to chip away from some of his prot. I'm sure he's gonna start water ball soon. He wants to get up close and personal.
Yeah.
That's possible.
Take like
Apologies,
a centerpiece
I
out
need
of
to
the map.
do one thing real quick for the broadcast. But yeah, go ahead, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
All good.
So
The
DX got
swarm
his
is
setup.
The phantoms are out, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Who called it?
I mean, that's the only book that I've seen him run so far.
Right.
I can't imagine him changing it up. I'm sure he does have other books though, because he likes to have multiple types of books he uses.
You know what's interesting about that portal is that he can't jump through it because he's flightless, so it makes it tricky. But we'll see how he uses it. Maybe he could put the swarm in the sanctuary before he jumps in.
Yeah, I think he was trying to portal grab DX and drop him into his sink and chip him with his swarm, but obviously he couldn't do that.
Another possible play from DX was to use the Phantom to air surge to the portal, kill his swarm, and then keep the Phantom at an angle where it couldn't be hit back.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so he's just using it to transport his swarm. It's not bad. Forces DX to deal with it.
Yeah, and if Phantom is being used on Spork's minions, then that's a win for Spork. DX is losing out on his prots, which in his games, yeah, he's building up a pretty big prot advantage, so that's good for
Notice
Spork.
what DX just did to kill that swarm. He actually used Lust, which chipped away some of his protection shield. But I wonder if he doesn't have Drain.
I don't think he probably has Drain, because he probably wants to do most of his healing from Blood Bank, save his spell slot for something else.
Which is why he has less for the extensive healing. That makes sense.
Yeah, and
yeah, also with Prod Shield too. That kind of like gives you like an invisible HP in a sense.
The problem with relying on Blood Bank as your heal is that if you get down too much in tempo and HP, you can't really come back without Drain. You can with protection shield.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
Right. This portal grab play or strategy is really paying off for Spork here, being able to do away with DX's prots early. Spork could go for just a mud ball here if he wants, but he might just retower instead. Oh, he chooses to go for the snare, which is nice, a good zoning spell.
That's pretty good.
Oh, he got stuck in the hole.
He's taking advantage of the fact that DX doesn't have any close range.
Here comes the Mega, though. Mega. Boom.
Nice.
Destroyed.
Nice. That was a devastating Mega.
Yep, absolutely.
And he shows a Phantom out.
Wild.
And so it'd be hard for him to hide.
Oh, man.
He's trying to go for a counter Mega, which is also
really
awesome.
good.
Oh, wow.
And he's
That
back
actually
in the
worked
game.
out better than I thought it would.
Good play.
Yeah. Really good. Now he just detowers here, I think.
Yep. Now you aggro up, and here's the thing with DX's book, Phantom is a dead slot now. Okay, he does have it out, so that helps. But I just mean like, there's no opportunity where he's going to be able to bring out a Phantom and like have the tempo, unless Spork blunders.
Spork also has mushrooms, so it kind of creates like a rope-a-dope strategy. Like you kind of like go against a rope, tire your opponent out, and then you fire back. With this, you heal up with the mushrooms, kind of make them waste their resources, like limited mega boulders, and then you fire back. So Spork with the mushrooms and the blood bank kind of gives him a healing advantage.
I think you just water ball here. Keep the pressure up. Don't let him.
100%. You just water ball.
Yeah, and I want to point out what you said, 1v. Remember, you said Drain is really able to, help you with stalling, with getting back your health advantage. DX has to do damage to get HP.
Exactly.
So he literally has nothing to do. Spork just walks over there, gets his second Mega Boulder off.
Right here.
Was he Mega Boulder here, though? I feel like that's tricky.
No, it's very
below
tricky.
him.
He can just spear. Yeah.
I think if he put a Mega Boulder right below him, it would have expanded, and DX would have landed like on top of it. I think
that would have been sick.
Mud Ball is probably coming here.
Yeah, I think you just water ball again.
100%, yeah.
Unless
There's no reason not to.
Tower. 2 towers?
Yeah. There's really no reason not to just water ball spam.
The safe play is the tower, but yeah, exactly. Just fucking water ball again.
Yeah, and what's DX gonna do? Mega? Spork's at 142, so.
He has to teleport away. I'll be below the swarm. Yep.
Right.
If I am a Spork, I think I'd teleport in that original place where DX first launched the Mega Boulder. To the right side of the portal.
Yeah.
And he does.
Wow, good call, 1v. Another teleport option would have been maybe to the left of DX. Just let him mudball, and then... I don't know if tower was off cooldown at that point, but he could have gone a little bit more aggro with the teleport as well.
DX is trying to whittle Spork down into a Mega Boulder range. So he's trying to like loosely draw him in and then go for the striking opportunity when he has it.
Yeah.
I'm curious. So, is there no fog in the semifinals?
Oh, that's a
they
good catch.
Oh, they messed that up.
Yeah, I think it was messed up.
They need to have fog.
I will say this. Traditionally, if a tournament setting isn't exactly what it is, if the two players wish to let the match keep going, like let
Yeah.
the match stand, then it's okay. Even we've had
Yeah.
matches in the past where, for example, it was 30 Comet or instead of 20 or something like that, and the players were okay with the result. So
Yeah, we can see. We can just ask them after.
of course, I think that it's a bit unfair to, for example, if Spork wins here. Ooh,
He's
Mega.
about to right here. That's a win.
Yep, that's a
GG.
win.
Nice
Good
nice
game.
Mega there.
So
I'm a save.
I will
Because that was-
also say this: the fog did not come in any form there, either way.
Well, from the top, I don't know. I don't know if it would have that much of an impact. Hard to say unless we like see the top of the map, the fog on the top. But you're right. They were basically playing in the middle.
I don't know. I think the fog would have bit Spork in the ass because sorry if I'm not able to cuss, but
No, you're good.
because he was pretty high on the map. I think he would have been inside of the fog. I wonder
feel
how
like-
that would.
I feel like
play.
if anything, it would have bit DX in the ass because he had his Phantom just hovering at the top of the map for a minute. Didn't even have to
That's
micro it.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess he just moves it down. Like, you know, when they see the fog, they would adjust. And I don't know if it would maybe create such a pressing advantage for either player. It's hard to say, but
Probably not.
some people are saying, like, I was wondering why DX lost. Had to be because of the Arma. That's funny. Yeah, a couple people in our chat are pointing out it's too late for a rematch, and I agree. So we just keep moving forward, fix it from this point on. This has happened in the past too, so, you know, with the custom Arma, it's tricky, which perhaps we shouldn't do in the future. Just keep the Arma the same for every game.
Yeah, for sure. As head TO, I will say this. Traditionally, we don't like making settings too complicated, so that's easier for like individual people to set up, especially newer players. Of course, we're at the point in the tournament where it's it's the top 16. Everybody's an experienced player, pretty much. But granted. You can still result in mistakes, like in this case. I will say this though, as head TO, from a head TO perspective, once again, this match will be, reviewed by the TOs. However, it's a very, very good chance it'll stand simply because the fog had very little to do with anything.
Yeah,
I think that's fair.
fair play. So we mentioned Spork. If he were to get a win, then it starts to put maybe a little bit of pressure on DX, although I don't see DX as someone who really tilts very much, at least in my experience. But
No.
definitely for Spork's confidence, I think this is huge. What do you think, Harp?
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. I think DX has been in a situation before. He's been at the top. He's won many tournament finals, and so he's not going to succumb to pressure. Knowing him, he's just going to reevaluate the situation. Use one of his old books from his reservoir to like pull out against Spork. And he's been kind of like holding back. So he's going to keep his composure, find a different book, and try to throw Spork off guard because that's what he always does. He always tries to use his creativity and ingenuity to keep things fresh, keep the opponent guessing.
Yeah,
What kind of
he's
book?
great.
What kind of book do you think DX is gonna bring? The same one or a different one?
Probably different, I would think, unless he has some different strategy that he can use. The thing is, I think Spork's book was a counter, maybe not full counter, but somewhat of a counter to DX's, especially with the Sanctuary Portal strategy. So DX,
Yeah.
I think, needs to make some adjustments.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Sanctuary and Portal is a pretty smart combination because if DX is not in a tower, you can use a portal grab, draw him into the Sanctuary and use Sanctuary to nullify all those prot shields. He could be at like 100 prot, 120 prot, whatever. It's all gonna be nullified.
And it's kind of sneaky because you don't ever really see double towers with the portal. And it has a multi-purpose because not only can it portal grab a DX into the Sank, but it can also transport his swarms across the map.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All
for
right,
sure.
I've gotten word that once again, these two are ready to go.
All I know is Kalis is confused on why they're not throwing rods at each other. Where are you at? Chris?
Yeah. Give me that whistling winds. Bring that out.
He's like, bro, where's the full storm familiar at?
Yeah. What are these noobs doing? All right, they started.
This time, the Fog Arma is on, however, so no worries on that respect.
Great. Wonder if Spork mixed it up here. His book reminds me a lot of Cryo's book that he played against Slim Bill and also Goal. Double Tower with Water Ball and Mega. And just, yeah. Except Cryo didn't really use the Sanctuary Portal strat as much as Spork here. So we know that maybe that was an idea that he used specifically for DX.
Also, Cryo had Swaparoo. I don't think Spork had that.
Nah, hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Before this game gets real deep, I have to let the people know there is a reason that this man has just commented on Conductor Rod in the way that he just did. Do y'all know he is responsible for getting that spell removed from the game, essentially?
I fixed it. That shit was
Bro.
broken as. Bro,
Wait, did Spork just spear himself?
I think he tried. Did he think that he could grab it like that?
Yeah, that.
Nah, y'all don't see the vision.
I don't know
He
if
tried to
that's.
skip a play. No need to D-tower and grab it. Just throw it at yourself.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
y'all don't see the play.
Maybe he's saying that if he throws it outside of the Sanctuary, DX just auras it, and then he doesn't pick it up. Wondering
Maybe
if you have to pick that up.
I think he's challenging DX. He's like, I don't even need full HP on this tower. Let me spear
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah, for real. The Phantoms are kind of nullified here, huh? Because actually, I don't know if Spork has 2 towers, but still, with Sanctuary, he's able to just sit there and use it on cooldown.
So it seems that they both brought the same book from what they revealed so far, and almost like the same place out too, where the Phantom's up on top, the top tower in the middle, and
Yeah.
Spork water.
No, yeah, both games really did just start the exact same way, to be honest. I mean, minus the self spear on Spork.
Yeah, DX
That was
gonna
like-
be. Go ahead, 1v.
I was just saying that was his battle cry. Throw his spear up.
yeah. For real. So I'm thinking, Spork is wondering at this point, when am I gonna get an opportunity to portal grab DX? And also I want to point out that Cryo mentioned that he did use portal versus Gull, which I said that he didn't.
He did.
To apply pressure. So looks like this is basically Cryo's book. Oh, he picked
Oh, and
himself.
Sport.
Oh no. I mean, not the end of the world, I guess. Oh, you're welcome, Cryo.
Yeah.
Can you sync?
Oh, nice.
I think
Nice.
at a different angle, he would have.
And the Phantom recovers HP from using that attack in conjunction with the Blood Bank. So that's a pretty good combination.
But it's only, I guess he doesn't have Drain. Do neither of them have Drain?
Guess not. And Spork also gets a
Probably.
slight tempo with Verdant's Javelin because he gets to power it up when it does that.
And wait.
Maybe-
He could have gone through the portal, like thrown a mega or like a clock or anything. That would have been nice.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't do that.
He's just
That was
pretty
He probably
defensive.
likes his position. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He
that
wants to
all-
gradually build up. He will promise to build up 2 Phantoms and then proceed to go in for the attack afterwards.
This is a best of 3, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that's why he didn't do it. He's already down 1 game. And that would have been somewhat of a risky play.
For sure. Yeah. Interesting. He's not killing the swarm. I think he saw several turns ago that he could summon his own and kill it. So that's smart by DX. Blocking off the movement of the swarm there so that DX can't go through the portal with his own swarm. It'll get ticked by Sporks.
And now DX's swarm can throw in the blood bank.
Yeah, for sure. And also, a little bit tricky to navigate now with fog coming down if Spork ever wants to go through the portal. He probably doesn't. He's probably waiting for DX to be detowered so that he can go for a grab. So they're going to be sitting here for the next 70 turns. Have fun, everyone.
Mine wants a shout out to every spectator on the boat. There's about 24 of them. Any volunteers to do that?
How many
like
commentators do we have?
I feel like we should just shout out like one person.
All right, shout out to Nev and both of his alts. And,
Don't shout out Nev, man.
Both
No,
of his
come on.
alts.
Don't shout out Nev. Choose someone else. Nev's lame.
Where's Red? Is Red on there? Shout out to Red too if you're on the boat.
Nah, Red's corny too. He doesn't even talk to us.
I got 3 alts on the boat, says Tiger. That's funny. So it's really like 10 spectators and 16 alts. That's really what we got here, everyone.
About 3 people, and the rest are alts.
We do have 20 YouTube. We have about 25 viewers between YouTube and Twitch, though, so I guess that counts for more. I doubt that many people are alting in that respect.
Is anyone watching the comments on the YouTube and Twitch channel? Because
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, so someone just said, wait, what happened with Conductor Rod? Javi, can you give a little bit of context with your full storm obsession?
Oh,
It's a
man. If you guys don't know, if you guys really don't know, Conductor Rod used to actually be a good spell until me and 1v. Man, that's just the worst time. Like, don't find something that you like and get good with it the same time 1v's on ladder. He will get your spell nerfed, bro.
We don't know who got it nerfed. It's still undisclosed. We have to talk to Pure and find out.
Man, the Conductor Rod era was one of the best we've ever lived in. You can thank 1v for ruining it. I promise you.
It was the only time Khalees was able to hit 1.5k rating. And so this
Ooh. Burn.
Hey, bro, 1v was so mad, bro. He could not take that I gate kept him from reaching 1.6k, bro. He could not stand being the same rating as me. So he went to the higher ups, player nerfed me. Nah, that was a disgusting time period, bro.
And Cal's been irrelevant ever since.
Oh, damn.
Fuck what you got.
Well, small little thing. Spork has revealed Drain. What do you guys think of that?
It shows fear, bro. He couldn't handle the pressure last game, and he noticed he needed more ways to sustain.
That's
He already
fair.
had mushrooms in bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He has a lot of ways to kill them.
Nice
what a
pebble
bad-
there from DX.
I don't think that was a good pebble. I think he wanted to detower him.
Well, he killed the swarm at least, so it wasn't his cue.
It was kind of unfortunate that the swarm ate all of the pebbles like that, though.
Yeah, true.
I don't think anyone could predict that.
Both players are using pretty good micro with their swarms up to this point. DX
And the
just
plant's
whittling
able
that
to
man
absorb
down.
the plant's able to
Yeah.
absorb all the pebble. And now Sport can kill those other swarm with his own, gaining in tempo. But DX
Yep.
can reply with an aura of his own. And the aura can also act as an anti-escape kind of trap. When the aura gets activated again, if he tries to escape the sanctuary, he's gonna be stunned by the aura.
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna point that out earlier, but Calais and 1v were
Ooh.
too busy talking shit, which is
Nice
hilarious.
spear. Those
Great
spears
spear
are
there.
really hard to aim, especially from a considerable distance. The fact that
Oh.
Sport can hit it so consistently
Oh,
is,
no.
is pretty good.
DX had trouble microing, now he's gonna teleport away, being down in
Now he
HP.
Just water ball to him, or maybe portal grab him into his own aura. There you go.
Yeah, good
No,
call.
it actually makes sense.
Call 1v.
Those spears actually aren't that hard to hit. But that makes sense, though, bro. Because you were really bad with Conductor Rod, too. It actually makes sense the more you think about it. You really can't aim. Like, you really can't aim in this game, bro. Because I would have hit that every day of the week. I'm thinking, like, there's no way.
That was a very solid micro from Spork.
Yo, nice. He used the man trap. He used the man trap to get up there, and he's in the portal, so he's going to go back through and not be able to be
Nice.
damaged by DX. Amazing play there.
Portal's in a perfect spot where he could actually do the portal trick, but flightless. Pretty cool to see.
Right. That'd be hard to pull off with Sanctuary, right? Because it's such a huge tower. So he actually got benefited a little bit by the map gen. He had enough space to do the portal.
And the thing is, Spork can't use. Sorry, DX Pro doesn't have Drain Bolt, so you can't get a double drain off on Spork.
You're right, Harpo. I was gonna say this is a perfect double drain right here, but he doesn't have drain.
Yeah. And so what Spork needs to do here is
Alright.
basically just push like he did in the first game. Go
Do you
Yeah.
pebble? Do
Finally.
you pebble, or do you kill the phantom?
I would ignore the Phantom in this case because he's up such a high amount of health, and you want to just keep that pressure up.
That's true.
And this is actually what I expected to see from Spork. I don't know if you guys remember the what was it? Who did he play? And it drew a few games, but usually expect Spork to play really, really aggressive like this.
And the snare kills the Phantom, and now Spork can capitalize. A Drain Bolt off the map would be devastating.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
He could have just aimed it like just directly
Yeah.
directly toward DX's face, like not downward. He aimed it quite downward there. And
well, I think you need to plug your
work.
tutorial on the bottom of this so these players can are able to hit those.
Okay. So Spork could try to drain into the portal, but then DX could try to fire back the Mega Boulder right into that.
Yep, I think
Yeah.
this is,
that's not
and he
winning.
has a blood bank out, so the Mega Boulder is gonna heal him.
Yeah, good point.
Woo!
Okay, good mega there.
Damn. I felt like that was a little scary. For a second, it looked like it was about to bounce back, but I don't know.
Just
Mudball
look at
here.
that from the failure of sinking him. Now
Ooh.
they're pretty much even now in health.
Yeah. One mistake, man.
He had that too.
One
That sink.
mistake. He did. That was probably the easiest sink. Unfortunate,
Yeah, just thought it through a little bit too much. That can happen.
especially in these high risk games.
I like what
Lots of
Spork's doing here.
Maintaining the high ground.
Yeah. And saying, I'm just gonna lob a water ball down there. What do you think is like a plan that he can come up with, Harp, in this position?
Well, if Spork really wanted to, he could summon man traps, try to drain up, get his HP back. But then that allows DX to kind of regain himself. He can get his phantoms, he can get his swarms. And so I'm not so sure. Maybe he wants to get a little bit more HP back, then go for the offense again.
yeah,
There's
quick
a
note.
few.
Yeah, quick note about that man trap. He threw it off the map so that DX doesn't get it himself, because that's DX's aura, right? And then it would be undead. That being said, man trap's not that threatening, but he just doesn't even want to deal with that, want to think about a minion and have to play around it at all.
Yeah.
I think the issue in tens is most people don't bring BFTP. So if the man trap's able to get on top of you and trap you, then that's going to apply kind of like a lot of trapping pressure.
Yeah, very true. And then he can also do an aura stacking play, right? So if you jump a man trap on top of an untowered player, cast aura, it's going to do 30. It'll do double damage.
Yeah, I feel like it's so weird you don't see BFTP in 10 seconds. Ever since they made that change to where using it would pause the timer.
Right.
Like, makes it so much stronger.
Yeah, BFTP is really strong because it's something that most people don't think about, but it can be harder to use in 7 seconds compared to like 10 seconds or 8 seconds. But this is 10 seconds, and not like the standard low times play of 7 seconds. So maybe it has some use in the setting.
I
Yeah.
wonder if he didn't. He didn't just kill the phantom. It's
I'm not
just
sure
gonna
either.
do-
I would have. That's one line that he could have done. Killed the phantom, left the swarm alive, and he was in a sanctuary there, right? So the swarm isn't threatening to detower him with the tick or any weird
No, I think that was
shenanigans
odd.
like that.
No,
Okay, so he does have double tower.
Yeah. Maybe he was hoping for a blunder from DX with the positioning of the Phantom, and that way Snare would kill it.
You can
But-
kill the swarm and drain at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, good play here. Looks like he's lining that up. 1v, I have an important question for you. Are you the Spork Whisperer?
I might as well be, bro. For this game, I will. I was rooting for him,
For real.
so I had to get inside his head a little bit. I'm telling you, I was watching Spork and DX play last night, and Spork was playing really well, so that's why I was actually rooting for him to win.
Yeah.
He's really on top of the game right now.
What do you guys think about the fact that like neither player's going offensive? This makes me think that like where they're heading for a draw or like a turn 55 epic, conclusion.
No, I really feel like both players are just waiting until they're at like a true advantageous position. Like you don't want to just jump out there and get greedy and then throw your lead because both players only have like one more mistake before it just costs them the game.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
Spork has a good tempo. He killed the Phantom, and now he can undead his own man trap if he wants to go down that route. But he's decided not to. We'll have to see what happens next.
Okay, or
Yeah, I'm always surprised when you see like, I mean, they're both playing with 2 minions at this point. It just feels like, I don't know. Usually when you see 10 seconds, it's just people going for more simplistic gameplay.
yeah, kills the swarm there. They're just kind of playing around with their 2 minions, like Kalei said. Not really.
Yeah, I think
damaging
they're
each
really
other.
trying to chip those down before either one decides to engage.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of harder for Spork to engage now because DX is higher HP, and he is down some spells and resources.
Both of them just sit in towers and gain passively, like probably 100+ health from.
What is that move, bro? That's the second self-javelin.
Yeah.
Now, here
It
comes
might
a
cost
Mega
him, man.
Boulder.
Terrible.
Yo, what is he doing?
Terrible blunder
Oh,
there
man.
by Spork, and I don't know what he can do in response. He has to go for.
A mud ball will be a good
Mud.
move here, and if he
Yeah.
towers, he'll be stuck in the fog.
Yeah, so not the end
Maybe-
of the world.
Maybe he was baiting out his second Mega Boulder?
That's
I'm at a
a
loss.
crazy bait. That's an insane bait. I don't know if you do that.
Yeah, very insane, especially because he knows DX's book and knows that he has what spell we just saw, which is Whisper, right? So
He just
Yeah.
tower here. And DX can't tower because he's going to get de-towered from the fog.
you could just say, screw it, and go for your own Mega.
Official play Spork could do is wait for DX to telly and try to portal grab him into the fog.
Yeah, great
good
line.
idea too. And I think he has a
But if he-
pixel. Sorry,
Yeah,
go
he's
ahead.
a pixel above him to rest the portal grab onto.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. He actually did have VXCP.
Yeah, he's
But
able to do that.
uh,
The prot, it doesn't stun you because he's got protection shield. If he had no prot and he pebbled, then it would just stun and the pebbles would stop. But because he has that prot, he's able to pebble through the mud ball, as he's doing again for the second time to pressure Spork here.
Spork needs to trap that little hole the Pebbles just made with the blood bank, and then a sanctuary.
Yeah,
He has no
sure.
choice.
Great micro
Can't
there by
afford-
Spork. Nice.
Great micro. He knew exactly how high he jumps. That's great.
That was awesome. But yeah, BFTP. Yeah, good play by DX.
No, Harpo is right. BFTP is actually showing its strength here.
And the issue is, if towers are down, DX can just win with Phantom. The game's over.
Or Whisper Arrow. I think Sport blundered.
Yep.
No, Whisper Arrow just kills here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why on earth did he spear himself?
I don't know. He
Bro,
could have just
that
thrown
play
it
is-
next to him.
That is a post-game question. The only one I have.
Yeah, let's add that one to the mix. Pause for a sec. Sure, Spork. No worries.
Yeah, it all turned around after Spork failed to knock DX off with the Drain Bolt. That's where he lost his momentum.
Yeah,
That's where DX able to turn it back.
Yeah, everything really did shift from that point forward.
Yeah,
Although
it
I
was
will
like
say, go ahead, 1v.
It's like just an immediate capitalizing capitalizing on it from DX. As soon as he saw him spear himself, it's just go to portal and eat an MB now. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I would argue that, like, as far as that game goes, he missed the drain sink, and that makes Spork lose his advantage, but he's not necessarily lost. Then it was like leading to a draw. But once he spears himself, at that point, it's just completely lost. Like that through.
It's kind of crazy to think that this is the same game where he was winning so much, and he almost secured the win with draining DX off the map, but blunders it and ends up losing.
Yeah, the double spear in the beginning was questionable. The double spear in the end was definitely game ending.
Yeah.
Or like the self spear, like that was actually because maybe he really did have a chance to maybe go for the draw or something. But that self spear, DX went right up there and bouldered him, bro. Like,
I don't know. I have to ask him after the game. I have to figure out why.
yeah, that was almost as painful as the fail drain.
Yeah, I think the purpose of the spear is if you keep using it, it builds up the damage. And so that's what Spork did in a lot of his other 10 Dark Fortress games. Is throw the spear out, collect it, and then it'll do more and more damage. And it's kind of almost equivalent to a Mega Boulder, a little bit less in terms of damage. And so it's a good kind of like DPS, it's a good KO type spell, but he just used it at the wrong opportunity, wrong time.
So do you guys think that either player will mix up their books? Personally, I think they both go with the same book because it's a little bit polarizing. You know, no player could really get a secure advantage. Both made some mistakes. It's a toss-up at that point.
Yeah, probably just slight edits.
I'm not sure because I don't think DX has as much experience with using other books. Yeah, he used the DK book, but that was way beginning in the early season of the tournament, so I can't see him switching it up now. It'll just too risky.
Yeah, Spork seems to have a lot of success when he is just keeping up the pressure heavy. He just needs to not make those blunders. Probably just take another W, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's because his movements are so precise with like minions and like being able to jump that man trap, jump on the man trap, get into the portal.
Oh, they started.
Yeah, different movements like that were really crucial for him. So
All right, we're back in it.
It does look like no mixed book or 2 mixed books again, no level 3s. My guess is we're looking at a similar matchup. But crucial difference. Look at the top of the map. What this allows either Spork or DX to do. Probably Spork is to push DX and discourage the Phantom Summon. That'll be nice.
If one of them had a flight, this would be game altering right here. This type of map gen.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I could see a line. If you had flight, you know, DX flight prots turn 1 and can get over to Spork
my boy.
in 2 turns.
My boy just wants to press the action immediately. Is this not just flash off though?
Well, I don't know.
It is. He can.
I'm just trying to remember if DX has flash or not.
That's the problem, yeah.
I have the book. Let me check. Well,
such a risky play because DX could easily. He's actually notorious for switching up his books.
Yeah.
So to bait that is just insane.
That actually was extremely risky. And he took the low ground immediately.
The snare play was smart because, okay, even if he gets flashed off the map, the snare has a chance of killing the blood bank from dropping down, and that kind of creates a counter tempo. So
he can't set up there.
Also, no flash from DX. I thought so. Maybe he could have tried a Lust Sync potentially, but I don't know if that has enough power behind it. Here it's an awkward little standoff. Spork would love to go through the portal, but obviously can't because DX is towered up, so he has to wait for a moment where he can get him detowered, which is a few turns off.
Yeah, I think we start to see the flow chart for the next 10 turns that we saw in the last couple games where these guys both set up before they engage here.
Yeah, going for the aura.
Well, as long as Spork doesn't spear himself, I think would be his game's pretty safe for him.
Yeah, who
Yeah,
knows
looks like
if
they're
he's
both
learned
gonna.
the lesson.
Yeah, DX is going for the setting up the phantoms and everything, but Spork is trying to set up the spears. He's just that last game he just really didn't get it off.
Just gonna read some chat. We've got a couple of messages. Oh, this is from Vowels. You got this, Spork. You can do it. We believe in you. Make Strength Power DX into Strength Power XD. I'd rather Q than spear myself, LOL, says Ellie Seeker. Surely an interview question will be, Spork, why did you javelin yourself? Yes.
Just
Facts.
why? Like why? Why, brother? Why? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just wondering, did he just waterball just like himself? I don't know. Maybe I just don't see the vision. Maybe one of you high-level players can break that down for me.
I'm not high level, so Harp, any insights?
Fuck no.
All right, well, then I guess I'll just make my best guess. He wants to go out of the aura.
I feel like you have mad space to the right, though. No.
Okay, so then if he doesn't want to go out of the aura, he wants to summon his bank in a spot where the aura won't take it.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I want to know why DX is still maintaining to bring this Whisper Phantom book when Spork doesn't have Protection Shield, which is the kind of book that the Whisper books really excel at or excel against.
And the double tower is also a really good check to the Phantom spell.
It's probably
I really wonder why we're not seeing any book variety from DX, which is one of his strengths actually.
it's probably.
I feel like the Whisper might still really work here though, because like if he's got no procs, then you really don't need to worry about wasting them. Because once you get a good Whisper arrow, you know they're probably in lethal, or you really only use it to close the show though, right?
Mm-hmm. I think it's probably a combination of comfort from DX and maybe a little bit of ego, saying, I built this book, it's a really good book, and I'm gonna figure out how to beat Spork with it.
Maybe,
Even with the double tower. Ooh, narrowly misses the drain there.
And now DX is slowly chipping away at Spork's minions, while his own minions manage to kind of get away from Spork's damage.
It would be funny if he goes for the drain again, but no. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if that swung the match, really. That is a blunder that's, like, kind of unfortunate, but it doesn't really swing the match one way or the other. So the game just kind of continues. Here, Spork can maybe kill the Phantom with a well-aimed drain bolt or a spear. Yeah.
Okay, good tempo.
Yes.
Right, and it's like now you can't really explain like, oh, because Spork missed the drain, now DX has a massive advantage. It's still just kind of like nothing's happening. What are we doing?
So the spear still doesn't increase damage, right? He has to actually pick it up to get that bonus.
I think. Yeah.
I'm
or
not
is it every
sure.
time it's used?
I wonder that too.
I'll check the tooltip and I'll read it to you guys. So it says, missing will leave the javelin in the terrain, allowing the caster to pick it back up. Every time the javelin is cast, its bonus damage is increased by 7.
Okay, so even if you miss it, you still get the damage bonus.
It says, every time the javelin is cast, its bonus damage is increased by 7, unless it misses and fails to travel far enough. So if you just lob it very shortly and pick it back up, I don't think the damage increases, but if you lob it far enough that it would do max damage, then the damage would increase when you pick it back up. I think that's...
I think
But
that's why Spork...
It said if it misses, it won't do it. So that means throwing the javelin or the spear into the terrain, it shouldn't increase its damage.
I think it means if it misses and fails to travel far enough. Like if both things are true. not just miss not just any miss. It's a bit weirdly worded.
Bit ambiguous on its meaning. I think
Because I know for sure, I know for a fact that like Spork has done this strategy throughout the whole tournament. Miss a spear, pick it back up, and then all of a sudden on turn 40, slap someone for 100+ spear.
That's the thing, though. He doesn't even throw it far to pick it up and get the damage bonus. He usually just does a short lob above his head, hits the ground, and he picks it back up. So I don't know how it's calculating the distance, but it's clearly picking up that short lob.
Yeah, so Pure, if you're watching, we need some insight. We need some help.
Please.
So how are we supposed to gain an advantage if I'm in DX's mind or Spork's mind, whoever? Like, they're just moving minions around at this point.
Well,
I mean, if it were me...
Yeah, go on, Calais.
Oh, no. I mean, I was just going to say... It's cool, bro. I was going to say I was going to throw a Mega Boulder and just have it bounce off one of the clouds, but what you said is probably more realistic.
Yeah, well, one idea was to try a portal grab through the dense fog to grab DX away before he towered. Another option is to try to water ball towards DX, move center with the space he created with the water ball, then pressure him some more. DX maybe wants to do the whole Phantom minion versus minion game, kill his minions, keep my minions alive. But yeah.
Yeah, I think I like the approach of water ball. Yeah, it's okay. We appreciate. We're all inclusive on our plays. We don't discriminate with plays. 1v might, but man. I don't.
Looks like Pure has responded to your guys' request.
Oh hell yeah! I don't know how. Oh, it's Twitch.
How do I check?
you need so Pure says you need to throw it far enough that it would deal its max damage in order for it to increase its damage. Okay, so thought so. It has to miss and also be thrown far enough.
So how is Spork generating damage increases by doing short lobs above his head and like right back to the floor? It's like not going anywhere.
Right.
Well, when he hits himself with the tower, I don't think that does anything for
I don't know if that's
in the tower.
Wait,
I don't know if that was the desired play though.
It's very common for people to like just shoot the spear like a short distance and then pick it up, assuming that it's gonna increase its damage. Is that not actually working?
I think maybe it's a short range, that it does max damage. It doesn't have to go very far. But also he says you don't have to miss. You can also hit the player, and it will increase as long as it goes its max damage distance. Now that we're done with that dissertation, let's see what's going on in the actual game. How many minions do we have here? Jesus Christ. 6 minions? Is this a 60G? God.
No, that actually is nuts. I don't even know how they...
How are they not queuing? I'd be queuing up a storm.
Well, DX did just queue a few turns ago.
Nah, Spork is at
It can be really hard to manage all these minions. You know, cycling through them all, trying to figure out which one you want to use.
7 minions total on a... Well, I guess 6 now, but 6 minions total on a 10-second match is pretty insane, honestly.
Yeah, perfect timing there, Calais, with the counting. Yeah, so let's do a quick, fun little activity. How many times do you guys think you would queue with these many minions out? For me, I would say probably 5 times.
I definitely don't even bring minions in my book if I know I'm playing 10 seconds. Like, this is a non-issue for me. I'm definitely not bringing Swarm.
You're just not even bringing minions. You know that you're just, like, at a disadvantage if you're bringing any minions.
Nah, bro, I know Chain Lightning would honestly body these guys in their positioning right now. I don't know why no one didn't bring Chain Lightning.
Yeah, Javi's just got to load up his aimbot before he can throw that, right?
Both of these guys are prime Chain Lightning spot.
I'm thinking this is heading toward a draw, personally. Unless one of them makes a move. Spork's doing a smart play, which is moving, because the fog is coming down.
I will give both of these players kudos because they said that no draws were going to happen, and so far we've had 2 matches with no draws, just like they said. So kudos to both of them for sticking true to that.
Yeah, I
here,
do honestly like the commitment to not play slow and give the people a good show. You have to when you know this many people are watching. You don't want to pump fake people like another player who I won't mention.
well, again, this many people. I mean, 21 spectators, quote unquote. 17 alts. Am I right?
Might be, bro. I know at least 8 of them are Tiger, but I don't know who the rest are.
Ooh, I can do my trademark. Nice water ball by Spork.
That was a pretty good water ball.
Yeah. You know who's only better at water ball than Spork? Koei Val, baby. DX said it himself. Okay, so has to stay in the aura here. A bit of a tricky spot to summon the swarm, but I think he just wants to zone out Spork's swarm, and they're both gonna die from fog soon. Or maybe that only kills Spork's. Okay, he's just gonna sack. He's gonna sack both of them. And DX.
Yeah, that minion count dropped pretty fast.
Oh yeah, you're right. We're at 3 now.
Yeah, back down to what? Yeah. I haven't really seen the swarms pay too many dividends for either player, but that's probably because they're both playing around it with their own swarm.
Yeah, their swarms canceling each other's swarms out. Or DX's Phantoms is killing their swarms, or Spork is going for a swarm plus aura combo, which is enough to kill the enemy swarm.
Right, and you would see, like, in situations where swarm would be really, like, snowbally, meaning, like, you get a couple swarms out and then it's just, like, game over, is if the opponent doesn't respond appropriately and kill them in time, because then DX could get 2 swarms and then 3 swarms. Granted, he has to be able to micro them all, but yeah, Spork and DX, they just both really know well how to deal with all these swarms.
Sorry,
Yeah, honestly, it's very interesting. They are really just playing around the swarms. And what is the man trap for? Usually, it's just like drain fodder, right? But
Oh, and DX fucked up the Phantom.
Actually, just killed his own Phantom. That's rough.
Did he aim for the man trap there? Where did he aim exactly?
He
wanted
wanted
the
the
bank.
blood bank.
Yeah,
okay.
Word bank, and he was like, he was right against the terrain in like the weirdest position. I don't know.
Ah, dang. And I don't know if he has double tower, so he just has to go for a prot here.
If Spork really wanted to, he could go for a Mega Boulder to the prime position and go for it.
I think resank or spear is better.
We're just
Because
fucking
look at
make-
DX's position.
Oh my god, horrible. Hey, blast from the past saves the day.
What's horrible, 1v?
That positioning.
Yeah,
And he
And now Spork
pebbled
can't
it.
get a solid pebble.
yeah. Good point. Can't even
Ideally,
aim
I
it
think
up high.
I think he wants to get that man trap, put it on the right side of DX, so DX can't move over and pebble him. But unfortunately, the man trap doesn't jump far enough.
He's
Yeah,
going to use the snare to gradually whittle away at the tower. Even if DX tries to pebble, Spork can just go for another tower up close, and then hopefully the snares will do its job of killing the tower itself with a non-targeting spell.
Those snares are so like unreliable in terms of where they go next. It seems like they never go where you need them to.
Yeah, but it's just like area control, so you don't really need them to be super precise, right? You just want to zone off a part of the map.
But if you're relying on it, like Sport could have thrown like a Mega Boulder at DX that last turn, but the snare didn't get him, so he was unable to do that.
A safe mud ball would be a fine play.
Okay,
Because
goes for the
DX
pebble.
gives a BFTP, knocks Spork to the right, and then go for a Mega Boulder.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt a lot. Ouch.
Actually, I don't think the Mega Boulder will land.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a terrible Mega Boulder.
It was okay, but like, yeah, that could have done a lot more.
It
Just
could
spear
have
him
landed. Yeah.
If he could steal this, get his health back. Oh no.
No, I think it's actually so bad because they both have banks out, so he's gonna get health back. But I guess
He's
yeah,
just going for
pressure-
the offense. He can't tower yet because of the fog, so he's just trying to get counter offense.
I don't know. Yeah, I personally.
Yeah,
think
and this
it's
is where
terrible.
this is kind of where you want prot, right? Because like now you're just going to be at this kill range for the rest of the game unless you find a way to heal back up.
Mm-hmm. DX has to teleport at some point.
Does DX have another Mega Boulder, or did he use both of them?
I don't think he used both.
No, I think I've only seen one.
Could be wrong.
It's a good aura stack from DX.
Yeah, for sure. That actually was a really good one.
It's all about building tempo, or doing multiple moves with your spells. So he kills with an aura stack using the Aura of Decay, and he also does the aura trap against DX, against Spork.
Yeah, DX is someone who's all about turn efficiency, so he'll tell you all about that.
Yeah. It's kind of tricky to build that skill, honestly. Something that definitely comes with experience, but you definitely want to try and get as many moves into your one as you can.
Yeah, and you'll see how they maneuver with minions. They'll just move
Oh,
a swarm, a couple
We
ticks.
saw this movie before.
Oh yeah, what is this game?
This is the exact same scenario as the
game 2?
last game.
Yeah,
Seen this movie before.
good eye.
EFTP,
Mhm.
nice.
Why does Sport tower so close?
But what can he really do? Yeah, I mean, I still feel like DX would have been able to close.
I feel like DX's position is not good here, but like maybe you really can't go anywhere without flight.
Spork has a tower back or no? Okay, he goes for the double aura stack.
But he
which
has
is
a
kinda
BFTP
nice.
even. So
Was
it's-
that worse? I mean, yeah, you could have BFTP'd out anyway, but
Mega Boulder?
Oh, that's a
Whoa.
the
now
bad
that
mega.
was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh,
Horrible.
oh no.
Now he has no
Um,
more. He has one Whisper Arrow to work with. I
Spork
think
like
he.
for a mud ball to trap him against the man trap.
And what does that do, Harp?
I don't think.
He was trying to prevent a tower, but the tower may not matter anyways because he'll be hit by the fog.
Yeah. Go ahead, 1B.
I don't think DX has a way to close this anymore. He has one Whisper Arrow to work with.
He
He's
still has
gonna-
Bloodlust. He could do an alt extend Bloodlust in the bottom right, and maybe
Right here,
Nice. Nice.
bad play by Spork.
Ouch.
You're,
Ouch,
and
ouch,
he still has one Whisper Arrow left. And so even
Yeah,
if Spork Mud's here, he could just lose a lot of HP with the Whisper.
Yeah, nah. With no procs, you really are just like
But no, 2 towers and turn 55 now. I think this
Telly to the
draws.
Telly to the left side.
Yeah. Also, I just want to point out, this happened to me in one of my tournament games. That man trap, undead or alive, that has Vine Whip. So if you mess up your positioning, you can get whipped off the map and get
I
surprised.
actually did not know that.
Yeah, that's an interesting teleport by DX.
Yeah, he does not
Trapped.
want this to draw.
Summon a
Yeah.
man trap on top of his head or something. Wow.
He's got no time. Yeah, has to.
Get the double drains.
Wait, isn't that Yeah, he
A
could have
Bloodlust
drained.
would fuck shit up here.
He could have drained
Oh,
drained
man.
there. He could have drained
DX
there.
does
couldn't
not
he?
want this to draw.
Yeah. Oh man.
He has to jump into the
It's
water.
over with. He needs a tower. But then after
you
that,
just
he's
get
gonna get
double
pebbled.
Yeah, Pebbled, and you can try and stall because Pebble only does 10 through tower. What turn is it? 57?
Three.
Nah, I don't know.
Spork might need to go for a weird knock play into the lava.
No way. He can,
Oh.
but
It's looking over because he has no way to get into the water. He could try and Q play this. Does he have another? Okay, so what he can do is maybe. Can he jump into the water?
he could go to the
Try
lava.
go for a Q.
Go.
Oh,
He could go
Nope.
to the lava and flash down and
Oh.
telly away.
That, but he 2 HP
Now-
doesn't work.
yeah. Now he doesn't have enough health. Oh no.
Wow. And DX won.
Dang.
Wow.
Good series there. Well played. That was interesting. Great spec. We had both of them stick with their books, their bread and
Wow.
butter books.
So I've gotten word that Spork will be joining us for an interview. We'll see if DX will follow suit.
Cool. Sounds good.
And DX has said yes.
This wasn't a finals matchup, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was going to at least be 3 out of 5 for semis, but I guess they're saving that for grands.
Yeah, I don't know what the format will be for grands, if it's any different. Ink might know.
Yes, friends are a best of 5.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
a kind of a bummer, man. I really wanted Spork to win, but it's I don't feel like DX really deserved to win because I think Spork was just throwing, doing dumb things that's kind of out of character for him.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think
Yeah,
Sport
but I mean,
overall played better.
That's part of the game, though, too, right? Like, the player that makes less errors is still the better player.
For sure.
How many mistakes did Spork really make? Like, kind of like macro mistakes, like a larger stake mistakes. He missed a drain knock. Okay, that was a big play, I guess. And then there was the spear on himself. Those were like the 2 major mistakes. But 2 major mistakes can cost you burning.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
Those are very
2 major
costly
mistakes. 2 major mistakes of a caliber that DX did not make.
that's
And
true.
speaking
Exactly.
of DX, joining us for the interview is DX. Welcome in and congratulations on the win.
Thank you. That was really hard. That was really, really hard. Huge shout out to Spork. And huge shout out to Cryo because I played that book against Cryo in a practice match. And I don't know, if it wasn't for him, I don't think I would have saw the opening lines and he would have just had too much tempo on me. So, it goes to show practice is important. But yeah, oh my god, that was really hard. Yeah, shout out to Spork. Really, really excellent play.
DX, I had a question for you. Why do you think Spork was throwing a spear himself?
I've never seen that play. I've never seen that play before. If I'm being honest, I haven't. I'm sure maybe he could probably tell you, but
And perhaps he could tell you now, as joining us in the interview is also Spork. Welcome in,
Let's have
Spork.
one
I'll clear the air on that because I mean that. Sorry, I was disabling Twitch volume. Yeah, that's clearly what threw the second game. So I actually thought there was a mechanic where you could spear your tower without hitting yourself, and I tested that out earlier in the game and didn't get detowered. What I think actually happened though is, contrary to what I thought, this spear did not travel far enough to do 75 damage to my tower. I tested that out early in the game. I don't know if you guys saw that earlier on, and it did not detower me. So I figured, okay, it's not doing damage to my tower at all. So I was doing it as a passive way to charge spears.
but since you charged it earlier in the game, maybe that gave it enough damage to detower you.
I don't think so. I mean, its damage is based off of distance, but actually, you know what? That's actually a fair point because it starts off at 65 damage. Yeah, I guess it did go far enough. I did not think it even did damage to. You could even damage yourself with a spear like that. So I
think
kind of
it-
learned the mechanic right there.
It goes based off of casting and distance. It's both of them combined. And I think if you shoot it, I'm not sure if you hit yourself with it, that counts as a target, or how that works. The description is kind of ambiguous, so we're not really sure on what it's meant by that. But
Well,
that
these
was
games
one
are
of the
tense,
things
so
from-
you're testing stuff out in real time, but you don't quite see things like, okay, your health went down by a certain amount, especially when it's not what you're expecting to happen.
Yeah. So I have a question for you, Spork. That second game where you tried to knock DX into the water with a drain. What were your thoughts on that? On how that went, and how?
I mean, I think the drain was a blunder, but it was definitely not The big blunder was the spear. So I'm not convinced like, okay, the game was doomed by that point. I had to pull back, of course, because I had DX in a chokehold that game.
Yeah.
Up until
Well, that's
that
what
failed.
made you lose your chokehold, in my opinion. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
the Drain Miss removed your lead, but it was still kind of even. And then the spear on the tower is what lost you the game.
It was like the nail in the coffin.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, none of that should matter too much because there's still a third game. Third game, I think DX just kind of figured out my strategy. Maybe I should have switched books, but I figured I still had a good advantage on him the second game. Also, the third game, I didn't play the same opening that I played in the second game. I went over to him over the map because it was open on the top, and maybe it was better to play a bit more calculated because I wanted to own the left side. I figured from the first turn that it was the better side to be on, but by going over to the right side, DX can teleport to the left side, and I've traded off the worst, I've traded off the sides, so not ideal.
Almost as like an unintentional bait. So
I don't think
question-
it was. I don't know if I could say DX was baiting that. That's kind of more so just the map being open and me not really going for the best line.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. So another question is, when you use Sanctuary and Portal together, was that meant to counter DX's prot spam and his Flightless Book?
Nah, well, I would actually use that against any book. I built this book prepared to play against anyone else, but of course it does very well against Flightless prot. It's more so just to negate DX's ability to build prots. But even if you had flight, for example, the move would then be to make use of my thorns and then pull him over. So I think it's just a very powerful strategy in general.
Yeah, for sure. Question for either of you guys, Spork or DX. So game one, we noticed like, at like turn 100, because we're terrible commentators, that the Arma was wrong, right? And I'm wondering, do you think that had any impact on the game? We were initially thinking, didn't feel like the Arma really came into play if Fog would have been added. What do you think, Spork or DX, if you want to chime in?
I mean, I would not say it had a large impact on the game, considering neither of us even noticed that anything was off until the game ended and people started messaging us.
Right, yeah. We didn't notice until like turn 30.
Yeah, I was just so tunnel vision on the game, and then I got ditched. And again, that's not my decision. I'm not gonna ask one.
It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point, anyways.
Yeah, I would have just left that up to whatever you guys decide. But yeah, I didn't mind. I didn't even notice. That's the crazy thing. Like, I was, and honestly, I had an Archmage staff, and I had to change it because it was too distracting. Like, I had to be really focused, like even the smallest thing. So, like, you removing the Arma, but just, I didn't even notice.
Fair enough. Question for DX actually. So a lot of people are commenting that, especially in Game 3, I believe it was, your Mega Boulders, they weren't quite the best, but the main thing is, were you trying to get your did you feel like you were trying to get your Mega Boulders off just so that you can utilize the spell and not, end up going to turn 60 and didn't utilize the spell? Like, were you just trying to get a Mega off at the best and fastest opportunity possible, I suppose you could say?
Well, look at it this way, right? So, yeah, I know which Mega you're talking about. You're talking about my last Mega Boulder I used against him, the one that only did like 60 damage. The thing you have to think about is, if I go in and like Bloodlust, right? Yeah, I wouldn't burn a Mega, but at the same time, I would be in Mega range, where like he could potentially just flip that and Mega me right back, and then the tempo changes. So yeah, I didn't shoot out the best Mega Boulder, I don't think it was the worst. It did like 60 damage, 50 damage, but it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. And well, I suppose it was enough to get the job done, so can't be too mad at that.
So DX, what was the thought process in not changing your book and just sticking with your like bread and butter flightless Phantom? Of course, you've ran it a lot and practiced with it, but I'm wondering if you have any other insight specifically against Spork and why you chose to just go with your bread and butter book.
Yeah, I've ran this matchup against Cryo in practice matches. In fact, when Cryo was playing Goal, we were talking and we were expecting Goal to take basically this book because he was taking it before in his preliminary matches. And Cryo also used the Portal on me, the Portal Sank combo. So that's why I kind of could see that coming and I would go into the Cog Tower. But when I would play Cryo, usually I do okay. And the matchup was fairly even. It would definitely like sometimes go late, and it would really depend on like bank management and you know, who gets like a good mega off, who gets that tempo off. So I figured to myself like I could change books, and I was really strongly contemplating it to take like a flight mix and just play like a totally different ball game. But I was just thinking, man, like, am I really gonna change books last minute on something I'm not practiced with against Spork? And Spork's like, honestly, I don't even feel like I won the series. It's because he played that well. Like I think it's gonna take me some time to like let it sink in. I just felt like it was not an easy series. So, but yeah, I think overall, I just stuck to what I was good at, and I just said to myself. Now, I will say on game 3, I felt kind of worried because he came aggro on me, and I was in a tough spot. And I think the saving grace of my setup was I saw that he took like mushrooms, and I was like saying like, okay, he wants that early engage, he's prepared for it. But you know, he would have his navigation was a little, you know, iffy, where like he had to set up maybe some swarms, maybe his bank first. So I TP to the bottom. I said, let me just recover, and then I go back up top. And yeah, it was just tough, man. This is a really, really tough game.
Yeah, for sure. This game is kind of like that, where it just depends on like the magnitude of your blunders. One mistake or two mistakes can really swing the whole match. You can have, I think, Spork. Honestly, I was saying this before. It felt like Spork overall played better, but just in some crucial moments, it didn't quite go his way. But yeah, you both played a really competitive series for sure. 1v or Calais, do you guys have any questions? If not, I can keep asking.
Probably one question from me
Yeah,
for
or Harp.
Spork. Did you see any trouble dealing with DX's BFTPs towards the end? Did it create like some type of like confusion in your mind of like, oh shit, he could possibly do this, or oh, I'm getting BFTP'd and I don't know what to do in this scenario?
Yeah, I mean, there were a few times where I didn't quite anticipate the blast, and he got like a mega boulder from it. Yeah, it's very tricky in these short time games to plan for stuff like that. But it seems like in both games, it ended up where I'm trying to mud him, but he's just able to pressure through it. The combination of blast, water ball, and whisper arrow is just very hard to deal with when I'm behind like that, even with mushrooms.
Yeah, he's trying to get you in that kill range of like, okay, if he dips below this HP, my whisper's gonna kill him. Even just like a whisper bomb, maybe just like the water ball. Just it's so hard to like block all of that. Or the water ball can chip you down to the whisper arrow range.
But DX played that played the whole series, of course, but particularly the closing parts really well. Like I was just in a constant chokehold. I could not get out of it. So yeah, I mean, I can say it's just props. Yeah.
One question I had for either of you guys is, what kind of advice would you give to like new players? We've got people who maybe don't have tournament experience or are just getting back into the game. Maybe there are some out there that want to improve, compete in future tournaments. What might be the path to do something like that, to pursue it?
I think learning variety is very important. Learning mechanics with all sorts of different books. Learning how to, particularly for load times, of course, learning how to play both flight and flightless books, because we've seen tournaments now go both ways in terms of like what are the best books. So I think just trying to explore new things is very important if people want to try and get competitive, as well as just work to gain as much experience as possible through playing out a lot of rated games. Maybe ask around, try and get maps that are not just grassy, because I think grassy by itself, as DX will definitely attest to, is not sufficient to really learn load times all in all.
For sure. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. What I would just say is, find what you're good at, and then just like Spork said, like enjoy the variety. And then also, if you really want to, depends how good you want to get. If you're trying to like play in tournaments, be competitive, probably you gotta download replays, watch games, watch Spork on 7G and like how he kicks my ass sometimes, and do those little things and get really good at just playing the base game. And then when it comes to tournaments, if you're good at, I think being good at both HTS and LTS will enable you to build books a little better. I think a core part of HTS is book building, where you have to think about the basically spectrum of the game. And the more you play, the more variety you play, the better books you'll be able to make. The more maps you play, it will all become intuitive. Exactly what sort of optimal book works on what random maps. So, just have fun, and as long as you enjoy yourself, just make sure you're like enjoying yourself, and that's the most important part. Because at the end of the day, you will burn out if you're not enjoying yourself. But yeah, that's what I would say.
For sure. Thanks, guys.
We have a question from 10-piece. For, I suppose, either of you. I suppose it's more of like a general TENS philosophy question. So we saw that in this series, you guys had, especially in, I believe it was Game 3, a lot of minions out. In fact, to the point where even DXQ'd one time. Do either of you feel like there's a such thing as too many minions in TENS?
It depends on which minions they are, but not really. Even with 4 minions, I think just trying to rely on using like a hotkey that flips through the minions, like I think it's typically the C key, is probably going to be too difficult to manage at a certain point. So you can click on minions as well to switch to them. But I think particularly if you have minions that have flight, like swarms, if you're very comfortable with those types of mechanics, I think it's safe to use them, and you don't always have to move all of them in every turn. Like with swarms, for example, I use swarms because it's such a meta spell right now. You can use them also just for keeping control of a position, or maybe for later down the road, or just general zoning. Like you'll see on Grassy, sometimes I like to put out a swarm on the side of the map and leave it there for a while until someone would have to teleport, and then it's a bigger problem for them. Or you can just micro it slowly over the course of several turns. So I'm not sure. And to be clear, we should distinguish between 7s and 10s, because on 7s, yes, you probably don't want to cap out your minions, but on 10s, you do have a lot more time. So, but at the same time, there are minions like 4, for example, that are going to be very hard to work with, even in 10s, just because of how chaotic their movement is.
And also no flight No flight on that one,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So,
no flight. They can
super
create
high.
all sorts of weird land. They can dig in, and if they create tunnels, it may be very difficult to get them to move quickly through the tunnels, just because of how movement mechanics work. So yeah, they can get more complicated with spells like that.
A question for DX. I suppose we can move towards the in the future of the tournament type of thing. Now that you're in the finals, is there anybody you're looking forward to facing? Anyone you're looking forward to not facing? Out of Harp, Joker, and Cryo?
I suspect if I play Cryo, then I'll play basically what Spork is using. So that would be another very intense, probably very intense matchup. Joker and Harpo, I don't know. I played Harpo, but I'm sure he's improved. And he's come up with like new things, but I really don't know what to expect from either of them. So if they do make it to the finals, I'll probably watch their games, analyze their books, their play styles, and see what I can come up with. But I think overall probably Joker's the biggest wild card. And then Harpo, I'm not sure. Maybe he's cooking something up. But then Cryo would basically be like the semifinals all over again. That's how I see it. And that, as you saw, this matchup's not very easy. Like, if I got lucky in some instances, like when I was playing Spork, where he had to drain to get land so that he could proc grab me with his sanctuary, right? But if you have if you have like good land and you can like execute those moves off, then I would have been in a worse position. So there's a bit of luck that goes into like maybe there's a speck of land here and there. Just at the end of the day, it would be a tough matchup. But all three of them, I think, they're amazing players. All three of them could make it to the finals. But I think right now we're all favoring Cryo because of his matchup with Cole. Right? He showed up really strongly, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, and Spork, question for you. Now that you've been eliminated from the tournament, anybody you're rooting for to win it?
I don't know about rooting for. I mean, I think like a lot of people, I commend DX for playing so well, of course, but it'd be nice to see an underdog do really well and take everything. I'm not sure who that underdog is because all the remaining 4 players are really good. I would say, between Harp and Joker, I think they have a bit more to prove here. So I'm very curious to see if they can how far they can make it. I mean, they have 2 powerhouse opponents to get through, of course. So I wish the best of luck to them and Cryo as well, because Cryo. I'm not sure if Cryo's won a low times tourney. I don't think any of the other 3 players have won any of the recent ones I've seen. So yeah, a lot of people who I'm sure are very excited to prove themselves and whatnot. So yeah, I wish them all the best of luck. And if DX wins again, all power to him because playing really well.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I suppose if none of the commentators or viewers have any questions for either Spork or DX, I'll give it a minute in case anyone wants to ask. You can ask in either the Twitch chat or YouTube chat or in the lobby even for now. But in the meantime, I would like to give a shout out to... 1 second. I would like to give a shout out to our commentators for today. Coeval, Harpo, 1B, and Calais. You can follow them all on these socials. 3 of them being YouTube accounts. Calais does not have a YouTube account, but I plugged his Twitch. And you can follow the host for today's broadcast, Ink, at either the Twitch or YouTube handles. So yeah, it looks like since we have no further questions, I'd like to thank Spork and DX for both the exciting series and gameplay, and also thanks for coming in for the interview.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And once again, good luck DX in the future.
Thank you.
Don't go away, guys. Coming up next, we have something quite unexpected. I have just gotten word that Harp and Joker are going to be playing their tournament match very, very shortly. And we can confirm that Calais or Javi, and Coeval will be there to commentate it. So we can still keep the broadcast going. This is the once again, the quarterfinals matchup against Harp and Joker. Still the first round. They're not quite at the semis or finals yet. They've had a few scheduling problems, but since they are now available, both of them, we've decided to run this game on short notice. So we'll be right back in about 5 minutes.
All right, so we've got Harpocrates here, and also you'll see Joker technically is his main, you know, what he's gone by an OG, Joker or Dark Joker, and he's playing on his alt Black Flash. Kind of negligible, but just so you guys aren't confused when we refer to Joker, we're talking about Black Flash over there. So, some insight on how these players both play. I think typically, well, they're answering all the questions for me. They're going to run Flight Prot, and Swarm is really great on this map, right, on Dark Fortress. Okay, we see Arcane Egg out of Harp. This is nice. You could respond with Aura, that's one potential line. And then the egg, it'll only hatch into a dragon if it's above 25 health. Otherwise, it's a little tiny hatchling that only has flash and can't fly. So, he is not able to pressure the egg. Another option would have been to flash instead of summoning the swarm. Now the issue is, let's say Joker flashes, the egg can hatch and go hit him for 50 damage. One option Harp has is to go flash the egg out of the aura, which he went for, but it looks like he decided against it.
Weeble, you're quite familiar with Harp and Joker much more than I am. You've probably watched many more tournament matches of them two playing. Would you characterize either of them as particularly aggressive, particularly defensive, or perhaps even just generally unexpected, like generally unorthodox styles of play where you don't know what they're going to expect?
Yeah, for sure. I would say Harp definitely defensive. And both players, I would say they are on the side of defensive, but Harp is more defensive, I feel like. Joker is very versatile. He can be offensive, he can be defensive, he can run Nova, he can run Seasons, he can run Flight Prot. Like, look at this. You know, Flight Prot, Shock Bomb, Shock Shield with Gargoyle.
I believe there's only been one player who's run Gargoyle much in this tournament, that being 12.
12, yeah.
We haven't really seen this much out of Joker, correct?
Yeah, so what does that do? Something to note, and let me just verify. Looking at Gargoyle. Yeah, you have to take Bones. Bones is just shit. It's terrible on this map. For the main reason being that there's so many places to hide. But what I think you can do with the Garg, you can morph it and then prepare for Dark Defenses later in the game. If he's got other heavy hitters, we might be seeing Dark Defense. But if he had Dark Defense, would he really Pebble down? I'm not so sure about that. Allows Harp to come up in Mud, which is a good check to Shock Shield, right? Because you have to obviously make contact with the player in order for Shock Shield to do damage. Curious if Joker has other minions that are heavy tanks, meat shields, like Mantrap, Pegasus, and he's playing for the late game, Dark Defense.
For sure.
We'll see
We'll
how that
see if he
plays out.
reveals any of them in next few turns, but for now he's got his Gargoyle up to 100, although it's... Okay, well, I was about to say it's not in the best position, but that flash will make plenty of space for the Gargoyle to move around.
Yeah, if I'm Harp, I'm not sweating it. I wonder if a Rake knocks the Garg. It's gonna knock it because it's grounded. Nice play.
Oh, wow. And
Nice
that is
play.
a 100 HP Guard down the drain.
Yeah, great trade for Harp. For those who aren't familiar with Garg, you summon it, and then on the next turn you can morph it. It doesn't gain HP the turn that you morph, but every turn after it, it'll gain 25 health. But it also becomes stone, so it acts as a ground unit. So you can flash it, you can drain sink it, just as you could, like, just a grounded Arcanist, like anyone in the game. So that's why he was able to rake it off. Obviously, if it wasn't morphed, that wouldn't have worked. It would have just hit the border. The Garg would have just hit the border. Harp's strategy here with the wormhole is to bring the egg through the wormhole. Ideally, he'd like to get it to 150 and like slap a flame dragon or a storm dragon on him. You know, send that baby through. But that'll take some setup. That might be tricky.
Yeah, especially the lava now coming into play. There's not much time or space for Harp to really develop that dragon egg.
Right. And not too worried about that guard coming down, because this is just going to be another trade. Harp's going to go overkill that Garg. At least that's the line that I would go for. Mudding it is not the best. Oh! Good
Oh,
lord.
that almost could have been a disaster for Harp. Well, not really a disaster, but would have been pretty rough.
Yeah, you know, I guess equalizing the playing field a bit, because we noticed that Joker doesn't have prots, which is interesting. Harp does have quite a big advantage, but it's hard to push on this map, right?
Yeah, we'll have to see if Joker has brought a Sanctuary of his own to cleanse those prots, or even maybe something like an Entangle or a Gravity Pulse to sink Harp.
Yeah, if neither one of them has one of those spells, then I'll be up until midnight commentating. And
Let's hope that's not the case. Alright, we got a Peps here.
might be a draw fest. Harp's making the right play. He's gonna bait the, not bait, but force, potentially, Muds out of Joker. Unless he's got something different in mind. Okay, he says, you can't get to me with the aura. And Harp stuns himself. I think maybe he's wanting to go through the aura the following turn. That's why he stunned himself there. And they're just saying, caution to the wind, eat this. I think a pine cone, though, in response, may deflight Harp. Puts him in a slightly awkward position. Some good micro here plus a flash is possible. So jump up. Yeah, okay. Nice. Nice. Okay, hit that. Oh, Jesus. No, oh, I guess it's not bad. But
It's
I
not
would
bad.
have probably gone for the flash.
Yeah, if he doesn't have Flash or something like that, then probably a Clock would have been better if you're just going for damage.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm pretty sure he has flash. But could be wrong. Harp usually runs flash.
See a Flash out of Joker. Now Harp is gonna have to reposition himself, and he's not exactly in the best position.
No, but I guess
He's near a wormhole though, so not bad. For
he
example,
was
he could jump
banking-
in now and lava Mega Boulder through.
right. Damn, that might actually be a good play, but the problem is his gate is down. So he's risking a sink.
Yeah, he'd have to. It'd be very difficult to position yourself. Although I believe the gravity might make that harder, if I'm not mistaken. It would.
Okay, wait. Get this. He can go through that wormhole and he phases through the Garg. He can go straight through it. Is that not true? He can just walk right.
No, I don't believe that's true.
Okay, because with a Pegasus, I've seen this. You can just send a Cosmic Horror through, even though the Peg is blocking the wormhole area. And
Oh, really?
It will phase directly through. That's how Ron lost. Ron lost this tournament match. Someone, Seto, brought out a Cosmic Horror, sent it through the wormhole, and it phased through the Pegasus entirely, and he DMB'd him for the win. Just a wild mechanic. I tested it in Sandbox too, so I'm curious if that would actually be something that he could take advantage of. But clearly he doesn't know about it, or is too unsure of himself to
We
try
see
it.
Harp engaging here.
Fair clock? No. Clock would have been ballsy. Mudball's fine. Risky though. Yeah, he's not playing in the more defensive style that I said he usually does. But Harp is someone that, like, I would say he plays similar to me, or like Slim Bill. He's able to shift from defense to offense, occasionally goes for those aggro plays, and then cries when he misses. Yeah, difference between Harp and I is I don't miss. No, but we notice on rotation, what is Joker doing is he's auring the...
Oh,
Flash
wow.
the Garg with the, flash the Garg with the tiny dragon. I'm sure Joker didn't see that, overlooked that play there.
For
Nice.
sure. The proof that even a little baby dragon, seemingly harmless,
Yeah.
can make such a big difference.
Yeah, for sure. Now I'm curious, what is Joker's plan with the dead slot Bones and Garg? I think Dark Defense was like the play. That seems how you could get use out of it. Right now it seems like Harp's got so many tools to zone off the Garg, prevent it from engaging. He can just tree off that area and just chill. The Garg doesn't seem like much of a threat. So we might see Joker mix it up if this ends up being a draw or he loses the match. We'll see what happens there. I was mentioning before, Harp made that nice play to flash with the tiny drag. On rotation, Joker's just auraing the egg. And what that means for Harp is he just gets these little tiny dragons.
We see some glyphs coming out.
Okay.
That is a zoning spell.
Yeah,
And
very
not,
interesting.
Not a bad one at that.
Do you need glyphs to use them on that drag? I don't think you do.
No,
Could be
you do
wrong.
not. You do not.
Okay, yeah. Because I was going to say, there's no way in hell he brought glyphs. For those who don't know how Wormhole works, you've seen it maybe in a couple of other commentaries, or maybe if you're just tuning in. It's different than Portal, so you can't throw spells through it. And basically what you have to do is go through it yourself, and then when you go through, it applies gravity, which means you can't fly for 1 turn, I believe. And you can also send minions through. I don't know where he was aiming that drain.
Oh, looks like both of them made blunders.
Okay, so Joker said, you know what? You killed that swarm. I'll give that one to you, Harp. Joker's super low health.
Yeah, that clock has gone to pretty low health, and if
Yeah.
he's not careful, could be in for a world of hurt. But looks like he's going to Flight Prot, use the aura as a defensive tool.
But
It's expired.
I was just gonna say, it's just expiring, and then he's gonna get clocked here.
Yeah, and
Or
here it comes.
a safe play would be Mud, but clock is fine too.
That
'Cause
was
here's the
about
thing.
80 damage, I believe.
Oh wow, on flighted too, so he got the nice clock from below.
What's Joker got in response? Looks
Just-
like a pine
he
cone
just-
back, but
Yeah,
he's gonna get clocked again.
yeah, he's losing the tempo battle here. You could Mud here as well. Okay, just goes for a clock. Says 190 to 40.
And now
Too much.
Joker is in kill range, and we're gonna have to see how he can recover from this.
Doesn't seem like Joker anticipated that aura disappearing.
Yeah, for sure. That might be very, very costly. Harp TPing right on him.
Yeah, great play. And it's not flashable unless you're me, so. No, I'm just playing. That's probably not flashable. I'd have to.
There's
Okay.
the DD.
Oh!
But
So,
downside is that Joker is in quite the rough position.
yeah, Harp just Mega Boulder Harpo. Come on, baby. Yes, sir. That's gonna do 120. Yeah, he's back down to 97. Oof. I don't know if Joker has Mud.
Oh,
Yeah,
Joker
so-
jumping off.
Yeah, so because he needs to gate to the other side. Fair play. Fair play. You know what'd be hilarious if Harp jumped off.
For sure, but
Oh,
I
flash
think
into the lava! Flash into the lava!
Oh,
Oh, damn.
not quite.
Sorry, I interrupted. I got pumped there. I
No,
thought
for
maybe we
sure.
would have seen a highlight.
For sure, that would have been quite a highlight of the game.
One line I see here: flight up, prot, pebble down to your wormhole, go through it, kill him.
Or just make
Another
a new
one.
wormhole.
Yep, another one. Make a new wormhole. And the thing is, the tricky thing about wormhole is you can't really block it. Super tricky. He's gonna tree him? He doesn't have tree. That's risky. I would have treed Harp, potentially, if I had it. Probably doesn't have. Ooh, Harp's gotta be careful that he doesn't go through. I did that by accident in one of my games. hurts.
We'll see if Harp decides to pebble to the right of Joker, sort of start digging and creating some space for himself to get to him, because right now Harp has a very strong advantage. Alright, we'll see an aura first.
Flash toward Joker, kind of set up a pebble from above would be a nice option.
For sure.
Yeah. Man, it sucks.
Oh, he's straight up going into the aura. He does not care.
Nope, just pebble. Oh,
And there's an undead gargoyle for him.
you know what? If that was me, I would probably pebble there and say, it's fine, lust me back.
Is Joker gonna reveal a Mega Boulder? No, just a drain.
Oh, yeah. What else can he really do? You kind of see that. I don't know. Joker had to maybe play a little bit more defensive. It just came down to that aura misplay where he thought that it would have been difficult for Harp to get the angle, but the aura expired, and I think that was the turning point. But it looks like he doesn't have mud, and so Joker, that is. So doing these battles, you know, face to face, it's gonna be tough to win. And now he's down Dark Defense. Didn't really get that much value out of it. Just got mega'd for all of his health that he gained. You know.
Yeah, and now he's back within kill range once again.
Yep. As I suspect, he doesn't have mud, and so very few options. Harp's Wormhole's coming off cooldown in potentially 2 turns. I'm just guessing. I don't have a
Less.
notepad. Oh, it's already off cooldown. Okay, so an option here would be to pull that out as he does. And I mean, tower, Harp goes through, Pebble Sink. No tower, Harp goes through, kills.
That's it.
Prot, Harp goes through, kills anyway. Off the
Yeah,
map.
Joker is checkmated here,
Oh.
and that's gonna be a Mega Boulder suicide approach.
Yeah, nice play by Harp. Alright, 1-0. 1-0 crates. Crates. Interesting. I'm not sure I buy Joker's strategy. Could maybe be refined a little bit. Perhaps needs Pegasus for that book to do well. I didn't see a Pegasus there. It's kind of like he mixed aggro spells with Garg and also has Dark Defense, and it's like, what's the point of that? One option that 1v does with his Dark Defense book is he would pop Dark Defense somewhat early, like mid-game, and then just go full aggro with like Spear. And I don't know what other spell. Spear, Snare, and maybe, I don't know. I think that might be it, but just pop your Dark Defense, go full aggro. But Pros, who has been on commentary here before, he's kind of said, like, I don't like that approach as much. Pros would save his DD all the way till the very end unless he really needs it. So maybe tweaking Joker's book to take out some of the offensive spells, maybe bring Pegasus, maybe bring Mudball, no Mega, just to help with the stall. Make some Undead Pegasus, that could be an option.
Here we go.
See what they go
Game
with.
2.
Yep, mixed books as we expected. That's one thing I haven't mentioned quite yet. But both of these players seem to enjoy mixed books. Well, full
One
books
thing
are
I can
banned.
say.
But... Oh, hey, Clays.
Come on, bro. Oh, what happened? Ah. Damn, yeah. That's
Yeah.
tragic.
Yeah, Joker brought DD, but he also had Pinecone, and I was thinking, like, you can't really mix aggro spells and Dark Defense. He didn't have Pegasus, it looked like. So I hope he switched up his book a little bit.
No Peggy with DD. What was he planning to? What, man traps?
Gargoyles. Yeah.
Oh, that's not a bad option actually. I could see it.
Yeah.
What was I about to say? I
Nice
kind of
play.
forget already.
Counter portal grab.
Man, just
Potentially.
doing a quick drip check. I gotta honestly say that I think Joker might have the better fit, bro. He's actually has the whole wizard vibes thing going on.
For
Harp
sure.
does have the meteor staff. That actually looks kind of sick. Damn, did he win the Nexus tournament? Oh wow.
Yo,
The
I'd like to.
second place hero.
Yeah. I'd like to point out real quick that if Joker didn't telly while he was in that tree, Harp could huck a Mega Boulder into the portal, and it would do some decent damage. So Joker teleports instead. Killing the Swarm here is an option, and then pebbling down after. He's got control of portals. Yeah, he's making space. Oh yeah, wormhole
Wait, you
and
said he's
Swarm, huh?
running? Wow.
Well, wait, no.
I actually thought you couldn't use those two together. Wait, what is going on? Maybe you couldn't.
No. That was Joker's portal. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh wait, hear me out here. He could obviously go for a Mega or something, but also a Flash Sync might work. You hop on the
He's,
top of his head and alt extend it. But
yeah.
what did
I was gonna comment. He's wasting a
Dude.
lot of his turn
What are you
scrolling down those
doing?
chains.
No. That's tragic for him.
Oh. I mean, it forces Joker to deal with the swarm immediately, so.
Oh man, he had a chance to swing that game there. We might have a short series here.
Oh, that's only one way.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, wormhole's only one way.
Is his spell going to, or is it only for people? Oh, okay. I was wondering
Okay.
why he decided to position exactly on the wormhole. Maybe I thought it was gonna like absorb a spell or something, but whatever.
It was just gonna kill him instantly if he wasn't in the wormhole. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. But yeah. Joker decided to bring Mud, which was an adjustment that he made. Right? Yeah. And honestly, you know, he squandered an advantage, did Joker, but not necessarily lost. Did he bring, I was just gonna ask, did he bring Sanctuary? I would have maybe if I was him. He's going super aggro.
Yeah, honestly, I like it though.
Yeah.
Great for the players. Players always like seeing the aggressive or the aggressor, and then honestly, you got to take advantage of these moments when you just have more momentum than your opponent.
Yeah. You could also put the spirit in the portal, but he decides to tree instead. Yeah, I'd like to see some aggression out of Joker or something that a tempo play or maybe a win con that he can show us. Because right now, he's only been able to show about half his book. I guess he showed a lot of his book in the Dark Defense game, but that strategy didn't quite work out. But here, yeah, he's really only used Prot, Swarm. That's it. Portal. You know. He's got to be holding on to something. Come on. Yeah. For the
He's actually,
for the viewers.
My fault. Go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna say for the viewers, he's got to have something spicy. That's all.
Oh, okay. No, I was gonna say, Harp's the one running generic, right? Yeah, I feel like He's actually interesting. 'Cause, yeah, he could run generic, but actually know when to. I don't know. Maybe the most. The hell? Did he have Dragon Egg in the first game?
Yeah, he did actually.
Oh wow.
Oh. For sure. Also, apologies to Pierce. We missed a few of your messages, but I'll be watching the chat a little bit closer.
What is going on with my computer? Why is it telling me I can't watch this game anymore? Hold on.
Yeah, you're good.
Hey there, friend. Nah, Discord is like getting really aggressive with this "Hey there, friend" message. Like, taking my whole screen up.
Dang.
Okay, I'm back, and my bro is grabbed.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure have to tree that because you are in like terrible position.
Yeah, he could maybe bring the Phantom over to the left of Harp and air surge him into the aura if he wanted. Get the prots
Is
down.
Joker's book's got to be more defensive. He's like not trying to engage at all here. Like,
No,
close
the
quarters.
anti-engager. Yeah, Phantom Flight.
Yeah.
Phantom Flight reminds me of Pros. We'll see if he can position those Phantoms well. Fairly even after that. I wouldn't call it a blunder, but missed opportunity from Joker to
Yeah.
just literally lob any offensive spell in his book without moving. No need to move there. But the reason he queued is it's so strange, but like even coming down the side of Grassy, coming down the side of like the chain there, that angle, you're just scuttling in your tower like a snail. It's super slow.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, no, I was just referring to your messages and I realized, oh, those were from game 1. But yeah, I know, it's all chill. But yeah, he's gonna use the Phantom here now? Whittle away at the minions, or no, he chooses to... Yeah, 80. I guess he just prodded, so that's a lot. I would say this is looking like a draw, but it's too early, so we'll kind of wait and see in 10 turns what happens. Oh, no.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just a bit of rust, because I know he hasn't really been all too active. Even making this happen was probably a stretch for him, because it's really, works really busy for the guy, so he's probably... This might be the first time he's played in a couple days, right?
Yeah. Nice play there. Great play.
For sure.
If I'm Joker, it would be cool to portal to the top of the map and be able to go through that portal, you know, run down, hurry through the fog, and, you know, make a play. But Harp's got too much setup for that aggro.
Harp's got way too much, man.
Yeah.
The Dragon
and
Egg
also,
that's still building health, the Swarm, and the Dragon that's just going to be a pain in the ass to deal with.
yeah, and he can't get through that little part on the left. I don't think he can fit on the left edge there between the cloud and the border. So, oh, nice grab.
Joker's...
Yeah, Aura Tick. Good play. Harp has to respond. If I'm in his position, he doesn't have Portal. You could counter Portal if he had it, but he doesn't. So he goes for a tree, which is, I think, what I would have done if.
Yeah, definitely just shuts down his whole plan of action there.
Mm-hmm. Which way is that wormhole going? I think the entry point is below Joker, right? Yeah. So he. Yeah, I'm surprised why he didn't flash to the right, as Spork points out, to threaten to get some aggro move in, right?
Ooh. Yeah, this is gonna be a huge pain in the ass to deal with.
Right. I would. Is he ignoring it?
Yeah. Damn, that was actually pretty sick.
Nice, great play. I was just thinking maybe he was going for something like that, but I didn't think that it would knock Harp up that much. Pretty interesting.
No, that was sick. I've never seen air surge used like that.
But there's a glitch. He's floating. What the fuck?
What
the fuck? What? Calates, what did you do? And now he took damage, so he fell down. Would have been nice if he fell onto his dragon. Then that's kind of tricky to navigate in that small space, right? To dismount. Now, if I'm Joker, maybe you have a safe gate to the right. To the left, there's too many minions to really do much for that to be safe. Oh. Potentially some internet connections issues, or maybe he's indecisive about what he wanted to do there.
Yeah, I think so.
But oh, okay. He was indecisive, huh? All right. I wonder if he could flight up, then above the portal, hit the down arrow key, the long jump, go down. Would he go through the wormhole or the portal? They look overlapped.
I have no clue. Yeah, that is a really, really good question.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Okay, solid move by Joker there. Another option would have been to kill the swarm. That's not great, because it's 50 damage, the rake. So now the swarm's kind of tricky. He's flighted. He basically has to prot. Actually, no, he doesn't, because Harp can't deflight him here, unless he's got a spell that I don't know about, because he used his Aura of Decay.
I'm worried that I was muted previously.
I don't know, if you just made a comment, then perhaps you were muted, but...
Yeah, I didn't hear you say anything.
Just on the stream point of view.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I have separate mic and auxes for OBS, of course, and Discord.
Oh, and then people wouldn't be able to hear your beautiful voice. Yeah, that would be a shame.
I believe I know what it was.
Oh, okay. Were you muted at all, or no?
Yeah, I believe I was.
Dang.
That's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate, yeah.
Dang it. Oh, that's all good.
Good thing Clace came back to fill in the void that I've been speaking into.
Right. Yeah, for sure. So that's...
I was wondering, what is the point of putting anything in that? Oh, I guess you could tunnel your way out, yeah.
That's
Seems really slow, but...
It's gonna take so long.
Yeah, it seems really slow, but I guess if you have nothing better to do and no other way to set up...
Oh,
yeah, I mean, I guess it works. Yeah, that
got out.
One turn. Ooh, and get both. Okay. Prove me wrong. He shut me up. My fault, bro. You know what you're doing. You're here in fucking semifinals for a reason.
Oh, this is so bad for Joker. Because the portal gives Harp mobility. So Harp can just go in the portal now and Pebble, or he can just spam Rake with the dragon.
Yeah, Harp has so much map control now that it's ridiculous, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he didn't really... I would say he didn't really lose any since he had those 3 minions, but he's been doing a lot of work with that one dragon, because he definitely lost his swarm and other dragon, but I guess some of that is due to fog chipping away.
Yeah, if I'm Joker here, I don't know, I might have tried to kill the dragon, but I don't know if he has any offensive spells.
Yeah, because that thing's just going to heal back up, right? I don't even know if you want to even waste your turns trying to...
Yeah. But I mean, like, if he had Clock, it'd be worth it here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, 105 now, it heals 15 a turn. Jesus. He can move
I
the
actually
dragon.
thought it healed more, but
Oh,
that's all he
aw.
did to it.
Oh, he had time to move the dragon. It's his dragon. Come on, Harp. Lock in. Wait, what the fuck? I thought I heard a prot noise. Did you guys hear a prot shield go out? Or did he
Nah, I
Q?
don't think I did.
Did he just Q?
No, he just flashed.
Oh
he
no.
flashed. No, Harp.
Oh.
I thought Harp prodded, but then he...
Oh, he got hit by the fog.
Oh, he got ticked at 141!
Oh,
Holy shit.
what? Oh, the portal.
It's in the portal. He didn't see that. It's even now.
I didn't even think it was gonna work that way.
Oh, his map control doesn't matter. And there's no way to extend and kill the Phantom here. If he tries it, it won't work.
Oh yeah, that is actually okay. That wait no, Phantom just goes through the wall, right? Yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
I
but
keep getting tricked by its transparent and not being transparent. I still need to figure out how that works.
Yeah, so on the opponent's turn, it's not transparent, but on the player who controls the Phantom's turn, it is transparent.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, right now, Harp could, like, hit it if it was out in the open, but now, on Joker's turn, it's able to move through walls and whatnot.
go to the left,
Gotcha.
Joker. What are you doing? Go to the left, prot. Oh, he doesn't maybe have prot up.
Yeah, I don't think no wait. Oh, okay, yeah, never mind. He did just use it not too long ago.
Yeah. Okay, fair play. So now we're in kind of a little bit of a defensive race. Joker's waiting for his cooldowns, his flight prop.
Almost turn 50, though. Can either of them even close out?
Oh, Spork's in here in the Twitch. Haven't heard you for a while. Yeah, he was muted. Damn. This is why Spear is so good, rechargeable, and not a waste to use it. He got hit by fog.
Yeah, Spear is a really, really good damaging move and rechargeable, so maybe more people do need to start bringing it, because, I don't know, a lot of people are running out of steam.
Looks like
Oh, yeah.
Harp has gone through the wormhole. We'll see what he does.
Yeah, and Sport clarified for me that when he lost his prot, he got hit by fog. So he got hit by fog twice there.
Oh, we're gonna see an engagement here.
Yep.
See, if I was Harp, I wouldn't have made this dumb of a move. Oh, he's lucky Joker didn't, punish him for it.
Oh, this is a punishment, though. Harp can't tower because he'll get ticked by fog.
Yep, fog's coming, and Joker can just kill the swarm. Maybe go build up his flight prot again. Nice phantom kill, but it's hard to see the angle to close out the game. Yeah, I agree. A bit tricky now. Joker can just kill that. It's just like they're at 250 and they're just kind of trading tempo. He's really not killing that. Huh.
I believe the egg could even go through the... Oh no, it can't get through that mud.
No, not quite. What was that play? He's got superior map position. I'm wondering why he would gate. Just drain
What
or
turn is it? Oh, man.
kill the...
Oh, we're very close to ending, only turn 54.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a draw, to be honest.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't
they're
look
both
like either
prodding.
player is willing to engage right now.
Dang, man. I thought that he could have just stayed in there and killed the egg.
Honestly, if you told me at turn 15 or whenever Harp had like 3 minions and 100 prot, would not believe that he would have not found
Okay.
a way to kill him here.
Here we go, Harp towering, so he's created the space between him and Joker.
Mm.
Sport very insightfully in the chat says fog. Fog. Yeah, this is a draw. I mean, they've got towers. Joker has muds left.
Joker could
Well, hold
choose to
on.
draw this if he wishes to,
Unless I can't count.
but
Okay,
he's going on the
for Pebble.
offensive,
That's fair. He's higher health. So Harp.
and this is
might
gonna
have-
be clock probably.
Oh wow, okay.
Come on, man. That's an
But
Archmage. You knew he wasn't gonna miss that
Joker could
pop.
Mega.
Mega's too risky here, a little bit too close quarters.
Yeah, and
Goes
the
for a
angle's a bit
double.
awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't like that one bit.
Oh,
That was
but
pretty ass, bro.
Now he gets clocked again? Or what's the play?
the angle is
Did
I
you
don't
fine.
know.
understand?
What is?
Oh, he's trying to
Is he
flash into the
flashing?
wormhole? Oh, drain into the wormhole.
Oh, flash
but,
into the portal?
but it didn't work.
I don't
So
know
does-
if that was an Archmage level play, bro.
Wait, Mega into the lava.
Yeah,
GG.
he could easily get killed here.
GG! Oh, that's GG!
That's
Game
game.
over! Holy
Ooh.
shit! Turn 59! Let's go!
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, that was insane!
And Joker manages to close out with a big Mega
Damn.
Boulder.
Everyone type the LMAO in the chat. That's what everyone's spamming right now.
Wait, in the
No,
lobby?
I can't do my boy. I can't do my boy Harp like that.
Mega Boulder territory, indeed. Man, that was sick. Great capitalizing play by Joker here. Now the question is it midnight yet? That's the question. No, I'm just kidding. But
Don't worry, it's not a Joker versus pros.
I know, right? Yeah. By the way, if you guys didn't see that game, there were 7 draws. And I remember before I was commentating that, or before the game, we didn't commentate it. And I was like, oh, that would be fun to commentate. Seems like a good matchup. And then on the 4th or 5th draw, I was like, thank God I'm not commentating that. God.
Yeah, you would have been up for a while just like them.
For sure. They said, Pro said 5 hours, which is just insane. And they did it all in one evening. Absolutely disgusting. Do you guys think Harp's gonna mix up his book after falling to Joker? I think, personally, Harp is on the back foot now. Joker's gaining some confidence, maybe shaking off that rust. He's a strong dude.
For sure. I would say if Harp believes that Joker will run Phantom again, he'll change it up. And if he doesn't, he won't. As for Joker, he could probably throw Harp off if he doesn't run Phantom. So this is gonna be a book mind games scenario per se.
Honestly, I have a slightly different take. I think they're called Harpo spells for a reason. I think Harpo doesn't really adjust anything besides from his in-game actions, honestly. I think he's probably just going to reflect on his positioning and where he maybe went wrong. I think he's going to trust in his spells, honestly.
Yeah,
And they've
that's
started.
A safe play. That's a safe play for sure. Yeah, Pierce says Arc requires a lot of patience. It's a game of patience. And yeah, for sure. Unfortunately, it's hard to know exactly, in that moment when you're in a 10-second game, exactly how to position everything and to be patient, but also make your moves in 10 seconds. Tricky. He can jump over the map here and probably screw it up. As I'm mentioning, that
Ooh.
he does.
I mean,
Holy shit.
if Joker has Flash, is that worth it?
I don't think it quite does enough.
Oh, I guess he doesn't have it. Yeah, he went
Oh
for the
my-
trap.
I can't believe that.
This is very aggressive from Harpo. There's a
Ooh,
shock shield,
that's
so he has changed his book.
SS Harpo. The only Harpo I know always brings SS.
Man, he risked so much with that.
Oh my god.
Oh no. He risked so much with that jump. I don't think it was necessary.
He might be fucked. That was not an Archmage level play.
He might be so fucked right now. Yes, oh my gosh. Flightless. Oh, he's in such a tough spot. If I'm Harp, yeah, you stay in your tower. You know that it's gonna tick down to 25. You just gotta get a little bit of health back. So that's a nice play by him. At some point, if I can teleport back to the other side and regain some prots.
Yeah, you have to get out of here.
Harp is in
Yeah.
very deep trouble here, even with the book matchup, because Sanctuary, hard counter to SS.
Yeah.
It looks like Joker's the one who
Can Joker chase
really
him
mixed
down,
it
though?
up. And he appears to be flightless.
Looks like, can Joker even chase him down?
I agree with that teleport by Harp to go down low. Because if he goes to the right, then Joker can just water ball and he's able to dig through that whole tower to his right. And this way, if Joker comes down, it forces him to make some cryo-like micro insanity plays in order to take advantage of, you know, this opening that he just made. So an option would be to like go down there with some sick micro, attempt a spear. He could go down on that little ledge to the right of Harp and then spear him from that angle. But instead
This
he
is kinda
pulls
what
the
I was-
swarm out.
This is kind of what I was thinking was going to happen, honestly. The fact that, like, Joker is not really making an effort to press him. Harp can easily just recover.
Yeah, I feel like if I was Cryo in this spot, he would be a bit more aggro. But maybe he's just gonna water
Yeah.
ball down and say,
These water bars won't do shit, though. Like, I don't even know.
he's opening up another pathway for him to get to Harp, I think, is the only thing.
I mean, yeah, you got to get out the tower to do it.
For sure. So it seems like I guess he's saying, I'm not worrying about the prots. And realistically, I'm up 100 health
Yeah, that's for sure.
without prots. So,
Yeah, and it's just like, if you have no prots, like, I mean, maybe he's, like, super calm and he's really not worried about it. Because it's like, no matter how high you prot up, like, I really can just take all that shit away. One sank.
yeah, and the reality is, like,
Yeah, and if you just wait it out, you will get forced up here due to lava. That's if you want to play turtles, though. Maybe this guy's been hanging out with pros too much. I wouldn't play like that, personally.
yeah, the reality is, though, he has to play for a draw at this point. And it's so hard against Flightless in this situation.
For sure, if Joker manages to wash those prots off of Sanctuary, it'll be game over for Harp.
If I'm Joker, maybe I go for another water ball toward his portal. Yeah, he's looking like he's aiming that.
Yeah.
Nice, that's the first move that I've predicted all day. And we've been commentating all day. Yeah, puts Harp in a bit of a difficult spot.
Let's
I
see some
guess-
Archmage shit.
I guess, yeah, Drain is good here. So Harp's doing a really good job. Taking advantage of the trees and getting his health back to a respectable, total here. Because he was super low for the longest time.
Yeah, slowly recovering. Slowly but surely, man.
Yeah, it looks like Harp used his tree, so he decides to kill the bank. It's unfortunate he couldn't kill the swarm. I was gonna say if he didn't use his tree, he could block off the swarm from coming down to him. But now, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, that helps. That helps.
That is, yeah, that just bought Harp a free turn.
Yep, he
Don't
can just
have
go
to deal with those dumbass mosquitoes.
back down here. Yep, and maybe reprod at some point. Does he have it? Now that's risky as fuck, but I guess he just goes straight over the lava.
Finally.
Spear GG. Not GG, but
Yeah, it's gonna hurt like hell.
Why did he go over the lava there? Just go over go next to the portal, and you're chilling.
Yeah, Harp's positioning does seem like it's cracking a bit. That first one, right after he got killed by that mega boulder, that was maybe it's not cracking, but definitely got some moments of really, really bad positioning.
Right, and this is the grudge match. Yeah, it's 1-1, so you gotta either go for a draw or for a win. And if I'm Harp, like I said, full on draw, baby. Probably didn't want to get sanctuaried. Yeah, but I don't think that Joker could make it down there because the portal's in the way on the left. That was a lobby comment I'm responding to. But, yeah. Feels like he could have just prodded next to the portal and been safe. Out of the range of lava there. That being said, he's doing okay. I worry though a bit for him because his health is pretty low and it's turn 20.
Yeah, does have a bit. Got a lot of time to play defense here and try and survive, but that's not really an issue when your opponent doesn't really have ways to threaten you that are not water ball.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky for Joker here because he's flightless and he's near the bottom of the map, so he can't really make progress. And Harp is able to regain map control, get a portal out. He can go for a protection shield. Yep, didn't need to stay in the portal, but it's okay. Why is he doing that? To maybe go aggro with the pebble, but I don't like it.
Yeah, like come on, bro. These are not gonna get it done.
Yeah, that's not going to do too much, huh?
You're honestly
He's
just
gonna-
giving Harpo way too much space.
Oh, pebble here. Pebble, just pebble it. You don't have to jump. Pebble. Oh, he missed. No.
He did
I
not
think
get
he
the
probably
knock
should've
that he
jumped.
wanted.
He actually didn't have to jump away from Joker there because he has prots. So Pebble would just
Oh,
go.
you're right.
Pebble would just burn straight through all his prots.
Oh, mistake from Joker.
He's stuck.
But
Did he gate? Could you get? Oh, okay. Just walk out.
Balls to
No
the
problem.
wall. Mega boulder. YOLO.
Nah, he doesn't have it in him. Oh
Yes, he
shit.
does. Boom. 122. And his SS is still up.
Let me stay in a commentator's place, bro. He knew what he was doing.
Knock into a lava here is possible, but with what spell?
Drain?
Oh man,
Oh, sink? Not quite. Okay, but
that didn't do as much damage because I mean, turn 20.
Yeah.
I mean, it hurts, but
yeah, he's actually okay. Yeah,
yeah, it's fine.
I was
That Mega
thinking-
Boulder was actually a way better trade.
I like that play by Harp.
Harp is still in a
and now
very
he
bad
can-
position though because of the snare.
Yeah, maybe just buy time for teleport though, and then just get out of there again because it's like all you know.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing you're gonna deal with is water ball spam.
Yeah, I was thinking he could teleport to the right side. Maybe it was on cooldown. And the thing about snare is it expires next turn, so there's that at least. He's got to kill that swarm of jokers and, you know, then teleport after, I think.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you just get out of there because it's gonna take Joker at least a turn or two to get the swarm up there. But yeah, probably just kill it first. Be safe.
I guess he kills it and then Joker's just going to pull out another one and say, ha, bitch. Oh, mushrooms too?
Oh, he's got
God.
mushroom.
That
Okay.
sucks. That sucks for Harp. Because he doesn't have that much
Yeah.
healing.
Mega Boulder trade was actually not in his favor, to be honest. Now that he has revealed
Yeah.
mushrooms.
And you guys saw what he did there, which Spork did in the last game. He wants to go for a portal grab into the sanctuary. But if Harp is flighted, it doesn't drop him into the sanctuary, right? So he just goes for the portal grab while he's not flighted. I was thinking like if he's flight prodded, it wouldn't do much. So yeah, Harp has to just spirit there. Maybe go for a water ball here. And he's getting so much health, he's going all the way back to fucking 250. Jesus.
There's no way that water ball actually did something.
I know.
Come
crazy.
on, man.
So Harp's got to run.
Yeah, I mean, that's the story of this game right now. Harp has been making some really interesting aggro plays that make it really interesting in intervals, but overall, he's been playing to survive here.
Yeah, thing is, I think maybe in some cases, he's gone aggro when he's really needed to just accept that, you know, this is going to be a draw. But I feel like that mega trade, that wasn't too bad. That put
It
him in a
really
decent
wasn't.
spot.
gonna lie. I feel like I've seen so many people summon their swarm inside the sanctuary aura. I genuinely did not know it was possible to safely summon your swarm outside of that little cleansing aura.
Yeah, strangely it is. I think Sank it increases the... Oh, and he heals from the tick from the minion. Look at his health, 319. Meanwhile, Harp can't do shit to heal.
I hate to say it, but if
Yeah.
I was Harp, I might just start thinking about the draw.
Yeah, he's setting up a tree to block the portal and drain it soon. Does the tree take damage from the fog? Don't think so. Yeah, if I'm Harp, I just scoot over and drain it. Oh wait, it does take damage from the fog. Shit.
That's pretty... Yeah, I did not know that.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so
Blind
dicey.
running SS into tank definitely sucks.
So dicey for Harp here. Oh, wow.
That was totally wasted, I think.
Yeah.
It was cute, but didn't really do much.
Yeah, the thing is, he can't go through. That's funny, that wasn't even on my radar to lob that mega. But I always look for megas. I just didn't register that that portal play was available for him.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you could really get it on a good lob. Looks like it
Yeah.
just goes straight up and straight down. But
That's
that
unfortunate
not
there.
bad. You're just gonna take aura damage. Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of bad because he needs as much prots as possible. And
100%.
Joker's just sitting at 250. And also the fog is coming. Oh, that's the other portal. So never mind. But yeah, I guess you just gotta go back into the aura, take the ticks,
Yeah.
and drain.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's gotta heal up somehow, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was the play, but
Deflight from a water ball potentially, but he goes for the swarm
Yeah.
instead to deflight. Nice play. Yeah, Harp's on the ropes here.
yeah, it's just like with the situation he's in now, he probably should have bought himself some more time when the game was opening up and just tried to stall more, because now with the fog and the lava, you're forced into this close quarter shit. You really can't go anywhere else. Like,
Okay, he tries
I
to
don't
go
know,
for the
it's gonna
snare.
come to this.
Tries to go for the snare play there. And that's risky by Harp. Just mud ball. Oh, he goes for the drain.
Yeah, that works too.
Does Pebble reach? Not quite. Oh, spear into the snare. He has spear, of course. Oh man, why didn't he go for a spear there? I'm trying to think, did he use it? Was it on cooldown? Could have gone for a spear, maybe Harp drops into the snare and takes damage. Or
Yeah,
maybe he drops...
he thought he could just de-tower a different way. Maybe he's stalling to let Fog do the de-tower and save Spear for the kill.
Right.
Yeah, he's definitely going to let Fog do the work for him.
Mm-hmm. Joker is playing for turn 50 plus, says to work. Yeah.
Spork would be making an accurate assessment at this point, I think.
Yeah. Some difficult micro to do here with Joker. He gets it done.
Yeah.
I gotta spam some.
I don't know if
balls,
he's in
maybe.
the greatest spot right now. That can just drain, like, you could drain the top of his head, right? So you could drain the top of his head and kind of get him on like a weird knock. But
Yeah,
maybe that was way too ambitious.
Maybe he just responds with a spear and it's too much damage to do shit. Oh, he's gonna get deflighted though. Or not deflighted. I can't talk. Detowered. But that's not a way for Harp to take advantage of aggro-wise, but he can at least drain or tower. Yeah, tower much better.
Towering the best option.
Yeah, Joker could just jump over to the right and, you know, fuck him up with a spear or a mega or something if he wasn't towered. So, ooh.
That
That
was
was
honestly
very
almost
close.
scary as shit. Yeah, that was scary.
Ooh. He just goes for the immediate flight, which... Oh, what is
Flash
this
into
fake
fog?
Flash? Oh, wow,
Oh.
flash up off the map. I didn't even see
That's-
that because of the...
That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't see that one either.
Oh, that was impressive as fuck. That was nice.
And Joker has no
was-
gate.
Holy shit! What a greedy ass book. What the
Oh.
hell?
Wait, I think. Wait, no gate because he used it, or no gate at all?
I believe he has it. Doesn't have it at all. No, he used it. He used it.
I thought
It
he
must
used
have been.
it.
Yeah,
okay.
he used it.
Oh, the thing is though, Harp can't tower out.
He can pry
misplayed-
at least.
He misplayed with positioning. He has to prot.
Yeah, he can pry. See if Joker frees him up with some. Okay, I guess that
Telly's-
works.
Yeah, Telly's fair. And the thing is, he has to tower because, unlike Harp, or unlike Joker, Harp can fly across the map. You know, Joker can't. So, yeah, they gotta play for the draw, I would think.
No, I think Harp has been showing enough that he is willing to go on the offensive, even if it incurs a lot of risk. I think just give him like 2 more turns. He's gonna set up flight and SS.
Right. Just kill it. Stop fucking around.
Oh, SS now, flight and action on next turn.
Oh, that's fair. You know what would be cool? I've been thinking about this as I've watched plays develop with flightless books. I haven't seen much of Leap, but I could envision like the absolute sickest micro play, like Leap across the map to just fuck someone up so hard.
Yeah, I think people
be
are
amazing.
still. I think there's still a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths over how they balanced Leap, because Spork was a very, very big user of the flightless Leap until they gutted the spell.
I'm trying to think of plays where he could go through that portal and oh no, where he could go through that portal and like make a move on Joker. Oh, if he messes up this lob, he could. Does Spear kill? Kill? Does it kill here? I don't
You're
know if he used it
indecisive.
before. Oh, he queued. Wait, this is... Maybe Harp could go at... Oh. I was just gonna say, Harp could risk it all and go for a
Yeah.
aggro play.
Yeah, he did timeout.
I
Pierce.
100%. I actually think Harp has a huge advantage here, but I don't know if he's bold enough to throw a Mega Boulder through those rocks.
That turn was pretty important indeed. I'd go for a drain. Yeah, nice play by Harp. He has to see the portal. Go through the portal now. With flight. Joker's gotta get that swarm in there. Okay, yeah, Sank is a good play. Because what he could do if it wasn't Sank, like say he clock towered, go through the portal with flight, go to the right of Joker and pebble him into the lava. But with Sank, obviously if he goes in that range of the cleansing aura, as Javi called it, then he will just lose his prots and fall into the lava to his death. Turn 54, looking like a draw.
I
here.
thought Harp was gonna go way more aggro, honestly. Assuming he just wanted to close and not try and replay an entire match, because he did have a. Maybe it wasn't a convincing way to end the game, but it was there.
Now it's too risky, I think, to go over
Yeah,
there
it's
with
way-
the portal.
Yeah, it's over. I probably wouldn't even chance it at this point.
If
He
I'm
can
might
go
start
through
thinking
it
about
if he
being forward.
wants. Yeah, he's going for it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Harp, you absolute fucking madman. Jesus.
Show me some Archmage shit. Let's go.
Block for D tower.
Let's go, baby.
Joker
he's
probably still has
insane.
one more tower. But he also has a mud ball.
Harp, you're insane. If he doesn't tower out of this, Joker could go for a mega and win. He
I
could
feel like you
actually-
just flashed it. If I'm Harp, I flash the other way and set myself up to quickly fly out and fight back. Oh, he took too
no.
long to decide.
Took too long to decide again.
You flash the other way and you get mega'd. Anyway, so he's gonna get mega'd here. He queued. Wait, queue back.
Nah, there's no
Oh
way
no,
this.
that's game.
That's game.
Oh shit.
Oh wow.
No,
Okay.
that's tragic.
Two. Yeah,
Fuck,
that actually was it.
Fuck, he just could have towered. God damn it. That's tragic for my boy.
He really
Harp.
tried to. It was just a little too long. Yeah.
Dang.
I think flashing left and down to make cover on the top and then still preserve like the flight. I don't know. Maybe towering
Right.
was just better, but either one I think maybe would have been okay.
Yeah, for sure.
And for Joker, he managed to come back from 1-0 to 2-1 to take the series.
Nice.
It looks like Harp has declined an interview. We'll see if Joker wants to come in.
You're funny, Hobby. Jesus. Union doesn't even know. Pet peeve. This lobby chat's kind of cringe. What a match, yeah. Let's go, Joker. Let's go, Joker. Damn, that sucks that he queued there. Really tragic. Because he had that draw in hand.
Very, very tragic. And I'd say both games were Harp had quite some big mistakes. The first game that he lost was him going a bit too aggro, trying to close, messed up his positioning. Joker closed to a Mega Bowler. Second game, queued, Joker Mega Bouldered him as well.
Yeah, and also the border hop. Remember that?
Oh yeah, that was he went very, very aggressive at the beginning, and Joker just had the book for it to control him. Sanctuary to counter SS, Snare for close range, Spear for early aggro of his own.
For sure.
Man,
right. It's looking like
that really hurt. Yeah, that hurt my heart, honestly. I'm still kind of trying to process that, but I really wanted Harp to take that one, bro.
Same. But props to Joker taking advantage of the opponent's blunders.
Yeah, sure. Congrats to Joker for sure. He still played really, really well to take that.
For sure. Joker, I think, just didn't make many mistakes overall, you know? He capitalized on Harps, and that got him the dub.
Yeah, that one game, the SS Senk game, what was that, game 3? I think that was definitely a, not to say the book matchup won that for Joker, but Harp blind picking SS right into a Senk and then Snare. Those first opening turns were so brutal. Especially since he gave up, like, what, 60 HP to hop over border? That shit was rough.
Right. Yeah. Goes to show that nerves.
I still respect it.
Nerves can definitely be a real thing in these tournaments.
I respect the high risk plays though. I think everyone does.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like Joker may not be coming in for an interview, so.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's responded whatsoever. So, since neither of them... Oh, there's Harp. GG's Harp.
Hey, yeah, GG's. Great games against Joker.
Would you like us to ask you questions? I know you originally declined an interview.
Yeah, losses are always hard, especially in the end game of the tournament, you know. But it is what it is.
For sure.
I'm fine with the
It's really heartbreaking. It's always really heartbreaking to, you know, go very far in a tournament only to lose and, you know, get knocked out. And then your tournament run, and you feel like all the progress you made, all the training you've done, sort of just like didn't quite pay off in some regards. But I would say, hold your head up high. You played great in all 3 matches. Many people in the lobby commented that they actually believed you played better than your opponent in all 3 of the matches. And you can definitely learn from some of the mistakes you made and apply that learning going forward in future tournaments.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of like either emotional investment, time investment, Those two things mainly. It's like, okay, I really want to win. This is my chance. Or I do all this training, I do all these games, I do all these tournament matches. And then it's like, okay, well, I failed. That all of this is done for. I have no more chance in this tournament. I look to the next one, but you know what? I have good games to Joker. I hope he goes far, even though he's been kind of preoccupied, or like not preoccupied, or occupied with other stuff. There's definitely two critical moments. Game 2, I was trying to do like a cheeky drain into the wormhole. I saw a possible Mega Boulder of me into the lava, but I was like, well, my time's kind of dipping. I'm already going for this drain play, and I thought at the last second, like, oh, this might not set him high enough, and it did not set him high enough. I was trying to set him in the wormhole, and then he would be stuck there, and I'd be in a pretty decent spot. But maybe if I flighted, maybe if I even just flashed, I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna ask maybe if you just had flash, that probably would have done it. Was wondering, but I guess drain, obviously it's drain, gain health from it. If you could drain into the wormhole and get it done over flash, anybody would, just for the HP gain. But looks like that ended up being the wrong decision, and unfortunately it costs you. But yeah, go ahead, Coeval. And sorry, excuse me. Sorry for interrupting you again. But once again, if anybody from the Arcanists lobby, if anybody from the Twitch chat, if anybody from the YouTube chat have any questions for Harp, feel free to ask them. Go ahead,
Man. Oh, no, go ahead, Cove. My fault, bro.
I was just gonna ask, like, what about Mudball in that position, right? Did you have a couple left? I don't know if you remember, but
Hey, Mudball game 3.
Not game 3, but when you went for the drain into the wormhole, instead of that drain, is Mudball an option?
I was, of course, I could have done any play, because even if I sent him into the wormhole, I don't think that's a guaranteed win. He had enough HP, right?
Yeah, I think he did.
So there's two mindsets. There's like, okay, I can play safe for the win, and I can go greedy for the offense, and maybe some greedy for the offense would be like knock him to the lava somehow. But draining was not the safe play. If I wanted to do the safe play, I would go to the side and Mudball, or I would tower. So the drain was nowhere worth the risk, no matter what world. So
yeah,
it was
it's
not
hard.
worth it.
There's a balance of like being able to just switch from defense to offense and knowing when those moments are that are best to switch from offense to defense. And I think just a couple of like miscalculations, maybe some RNG unfortunately didn't go your way. If it does work, then it works out well for you. But maybe you're thinking, oh, I can capitalize with this awesome play, but then it doesn't quite, go as you expected.
Yeah. So even if the play worked, it wouldn't get me anywhere. It was still turn 59. I wouldn't be able to close it probably. So it's like, okay. It was just a bad play no matter what perspective you're in, from whether aggro, defensive, whatever. I should have just towered, I should have just mudded, and then I would have had an extra game on him, and I think I had the advantage in overall gameplay.
Right.
But I just cracked towards the end of the games.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about the border hop that you did at the beginning of game 3. I was like, Harp's about to go for this, and it might not go too well, and then you hopped 4 times. And I was like, oh no, we found out after that Joker has a flightless book, which is tough. He's going to have a lot of damage.
Yeah, because, my mindset was I have Shock Shield, and he has Phantom, so I kind of want to press the aggression. And I don't have much defense in my book. I don't have Pegasus. I don't have Swarm. So I really kind of got to take it to him. But that border hop set me back a lot of HP. And against Sanctuary, like every HP matters. So that definitely hurt me. And that was unintentional, obviously, the border jump. I was hoping for like not bouncing initially and then doing a far jump over, and I would have got it. And I would have like maybe went down there, Shock Shield his Blood Bank or something like that. Right. But yeah, I failed there.
Quick question. So, obviously Joker ran Phantom with, just in general, most Phantom books are generally regarded as pretty defensive. They're not, the most equipped to handle quick engagement, especially if you just don't let them set up. Were you thinking that Joker was potentially running a Phantom book, and was that your mindset doing the border hop and playing so aggressive initially?
Well, yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take it to him really quick. I'm gonna go over there, prevent his setup with his Phantom and his Bank. But I was also kind of at a disadvantage with Shock Shield because he had Sanctuary. I don't know exactly why I brought it. It was kind of I knew he would bring some type of like Sanctuary book the third game, so it's kind of like, oh, I'm down. You're already down a spell slot almost a Shock Bomb because it's kind of hard to find good uses for it. So, and then if Shock Shield is nullified by Sanctuary, then it's like, okay, I'm kind of really down in this position. But yeah, I guess I was trying to take it to him, and I felt like, okay, maybe if I apply enough pressure, he might have to like run away or break.
For sure.
For sure.
I was also definitely down a lot for the majority of that game. Like it was hard to like get the HP back, but I think I was able to like reverse it. I think it was like a Mega Bolt or something like that, and like another clock. And then the really big tempo one was flashing him off the map when he already used his gate up. And then we were kind of at like a standstill from across the map, but I couldn't really get to him because there's another paranoia with the portals. I kind of forgot which portal goes to where. So maybe a way to mitigate that in the future is to write in the notes. If you do slash and you just type, it'll create like a note in the game. I sometimes like detail which portal goes to where, and I should have done that earlier, and I was not confused, and I could have pressed the offense earlier on.
Gotcha.
And
Were you surprised at all by anything that Joker threw at you? Any spells or strategies?
Not really, honestly. I felt like he used his swarms better. His swarm game in that specific those two, probably the two last games, he was definitely better with. He was able to just kill my swarms. My swarms weren't able to kill his. And then game 3, I didn't even have swarm. And honestly, swarm is still better than a storm spirit because you get the aura upon summon, and then also I have to cast a turn to use Shock Shield, and so at best my storm spirit cancels out with his swarm. At worst, his swarm is going to defeat mine, so it's kind of useless because he has swarm and aura.
Yeah, and you can't just cast your Shock Shield anywhere, and allow like a Mega in response or something.
Yeah.
Did you like his Gargoyle Dark Defense Pinecone book? I'm sure no one could have predicted that, right?
It was creative. It was a good idea, but I was just able to counteract it really well with some surprise knocking techniques. Because yeah, when your Gargoyle is in that mold form, whatever you call the stone form,
the
it's
morph.
easier to knock off. It's not flighted, so I was able to get a knock on that with my dragon. And then he didn't expect me to bring out my arcane dragon, the baby hatchling, because I don't think he's ever faced that before. He's still kind of new to the game. And I was able to flash off his other Gargoyle.
Yeah, that was sweet getting utility of that tiny little thing with only 2 spells. You used Glyph too, which was nice to zone in one of his gargoyles.
Yeah,
really well played there.
Well, Harp, unfortunately, you were eliminated. At least you didn't come second this time. But
yeah,
but still, you made it quite far. You made it to the top 8, and I'm wondering, I suppose, do you have anybody you are rooting for to go on and win the tournament out of the 3 remaining, Cryo, Joker, and DX?
I think we all want to see someone new win this tournament. We don't want to see DX claim another trophy. I think it'll be a proud moment for everyone in the community and for the players if Joker Cryo got a trophy. If Joker got it, he's like, oh, he just came back to this game and he got a trophy. Like, that's a huge accomplishment. Or whether you got Cryo, who will get his trophy for the first time. We all know he's been super talented, and that he has what it takes, but maybe he just never had the chance to fully execute it at the top position in tournaments. But seeing new blood win, that would be a great accomplishment.
For sure. Some context for maybe those who are a little bit less familiar with Cryo or Joker. Cryo has been playing Arc 2 for quite a long time. He was actually one of the first players on the entire game. He was also a bit of a... He's sort of in the new school, I suppose you would, if you would classify, if you want to classify people in the game, in the sense that he sort of rose to prominence in Arc around the end of Arc 1, whereas Joker, on the other hand, was one of the biggest names in the original game. Hasn't played as much in Arcanists 2 as, Cryo has, but he's definitely one of the OGs, one of the best back in the day, and seeing him come back now to Arc 2 and showing that he can perform at a very high level, it's quite impressive. So, unfortunately Joker wasn't able to join in the interview and share his thoughts. He didn't really respond to that question. I'm not sure how aware he is about the broadcast, but that's if neither Queevil or Calais or anybody in the chat have questions for Harp. I'll give it a minute, of course. Harp, anything else you want to add, perhaps?
No, good luck to Joker, good luck to DX, good luck to Cryo.
Wait,
For
I did
sure.
have one question actually.
Go ahead.
Harpo.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm sorry, bro. I low-key forgot what I was gonna ask.
Gives you the depression in my voice.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I had a
Yeah.
question to ask you, but I was also gonna end it with some some real shit.
Oh
Come
my-
on, bro. I definitely know how it feels to take an L, especially when you did all that mental and real prep for the game. Nah, you went out on your shield, bro. You gave a great performance to the people. You made a lot of plays. You probably stepped out your comfort zone a lot with those plays because, we all know, you have more of a, I wouldn't say a defensive play style, but that's where you really start to build up your lead and your momentum for when you start to dominate games. And you did forego that to kind of take the action to them early. So, nah, we respect it. I don't remember the question, but I can at least say that.
You know what? I'll take that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Since I suppose there's no further questions. Thank you, Harp, for joining us, not only in the commentary booth earlier, but also for the interview after. I'll end it on this note. You can follow today's commentators, Coevil and Javi, or Calais, at those social handles. And you can follow our host of today's broadcast, Inc., at either Twitch or YouTube, either of those handles. On that note, I would like to say, regarding the broadcast in general, we recently had a few new tweaks to it, I suppose you could say, in the sense that we added some scenes, and there were some technical issues at the beginning and whatnot. But going forward, hopefully, it's good that I suppose these technical issues are sorted now rather than before the inevitable Steam release on the 15th. So I'll say that much. But yeah, hopefully everything will be perfected and we won't have any issues of me, accidentally being muted or anything like that. Yes, thank you, Pierce, for the words of encouragement. Hopefully everything will be, for the most part, sorted out by the time we do get to season 21. But in the meantime, yes, thank you very much for everybody who tuned in to both games. It was a pleasure entertaining you all and showcasing some competitive Arcanists. Next time on the broadcast, we will hopefully, unless there's some very glaring scheduling issues, we will be having Cryo and Joker in the semifinals. The winner of that match will get to play DX, of course, in the finals, who won his semifinals match earlier today. And we will definitely let you all know when the next semifinals game is happening. Neither of the two players have scheduled it yet. But until then, next See you all next time. Thank you all for watching.